Welcome everyone to Welcome everyone to the Indie Hunters 2020 Awards Show.
Hello. Welcome.
Yes. Well, 2020 was quite a year for indie hunters and indie games, so we thought we'd dedicate a stream to celebrating some of our favorite games from that year.
That's right. That's what we did last year, although we started the show kind of like halfway through 2019. So we had a lot less games to pick from. But 2020, man, we got a whole bunch of games. We had to pick the best ones, and it was tough.
Not only that, we have a bunch more categories this time around. We refined which categories we were using, and are there still around 50, or did we dwindle that at all?
I mean, I didn't count. I think it's probably around 40-ish, if I had to guess, maybe.
Well, I guess we should just get right into it, since we are, since this is gonna be a 5 or 6 hour stream if history's anything to go by.
True.
So let's jump into the world of Indie Hunters 2020, hooray!
Yay!
So first category we have is Best Arcade Game. By that category, we're considering games that have an emphasis on getting high scores and having limited lives. So yeah.
The one that I picked for this category was Galaxy Rushroom by Aho Games. Thank you. Yeah, I like this game a lot. It was just a really fun, like I guess you call it a racing game, or I don't know. It's pretty much like a first or third person like asteroid dodging simulator. I don't know. It's not your typical style of game, but it's kind of reminiscent of like Andy Asteroids, the minigame from Earthworm Jim. And I just thought it was really fun. It had a nice like ramp up in difficulty, and you're constantly getting new challenges. After you thought you were done, and yeah, I just loved it. I thought it was a lot of fun to jump in and die and then jump back in.
New challenges, yeah, getting butter, then getting milk, then getting eggs.
That's what I meant. Yeah, it's not what you'd expect, but it was awesome. Love it.
Yeah, really fun. I guess it's not totally arcade because you do have infinite lives, but the fact that you restart after dying kind of makes it feel like an arcade game. And like you said, yeah, very exhilarating, very fun. Very, it is the cause of very many cheek clenchers, I remember when I played it.
Yeah.
No thanks in small part to the fucking sign field. I don't think one shows up in this gameplay clip I have, but oh my god, those signs, bro, are fucking terrible.
I know. Yeah, those were definitely kicking my ass for sure.
But yeah, really fun, really good shit, and I give a Galaxy out of Rushroom.
All right, I'm glad you got that in there.
I probably did when we played it originally for Indie Hunters.
Probably.
So my pick for best arcade game was Fragment by Angus Beer. Yeah, give it up.
Give it up, everybody.
So, when I first saw this game, I never imagined it was going to be some sort of arcadey style game with points and this like run you do to get the most fragments in a... Well, I guess there is no time limit, but once you have purified the fragments, then the clock starts ticking. But because of that, it kind of made it very unique. It's this kind of bizarre combination of Resident Evil-esque horror and traditional arcade high score leaderboard kind of thing. And it was really enjoyable because of that. You have the urge to go slowly because you want to conserve your ammo and not run into enemies, but you also want to go exploring and find as many fragments as you can and get out alive.
Yeah. Great little game. Yeah, I agree. It was a really unique kind of mashup. You know, it had the horror elements, but it also, you know, it had like a score and like hidden stuff too. So yeah, really solid game for sure.
And we have some runners up, which include the following. Bam. Galactic Wars by Volcano Bites, Brutal Pico Race by Yori Kiki, and Dead Evil by Hippopotamus. And that's it, next category.
Moving on.
Well, what can we say? Galactic Wars was a Pico 8 game we played pretty early on in the year. And it was a fun little take on Galaga meets... Oh, what is that game? R-Type?
Yeah, R-Type is, yeah.
Or Gradius? I don't know, one of those games for the
Okay,
NES.
Yeah, it was really well done, I think. You know, I'm not too much of a shmup guy, but it was definitely fun and well done.
Mm-hmm. And had the power-ups, which was pretty nice for a Pico 8 game, where you think they're pretty simplistic little games, but far from it, as we continually learn on this show, where crazy Pico mad scientists push the envelope further and further as time goes on.
Yeah.
And soon it's to outpace the PS5, so congratulations, Zep, you've made like the world's craziest fucking fantasy console. Brutal Pico Race, oh, speaking of the Pico, was also another Pico 8 game with a racing style akin to F-Zero, I'd say. But it was kind of your standard time trial fanfare thing, and that's kind of why we lumped it into the arcade section, because racing games are arcade games.
Right.
And it was really fun, and it was kind of crazy how many ships you could choose from, and the 3D environment you're put into. It's all very well done.
Yeah, that was impressive. Yeah, the amount of ships and and they were all like different, and yeah, it was really good. It's a really good one. Check that one out if you're into Pico 8 or racing games or both.
And Dead Evil was a submission to Low Res Jam 2020 by Hippopotamus. And oh my god, that game is just fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Well, all of his games are crazy in one way or another, but that one was still really fun, if extremely challenging. Got your adrenaline going with all these enemies all over the screen. Some cool power-ups to help you along the way. But in the end, I could only last a couple of fucking seconds.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it went in that game. Yeah, it was really tough. I mean, I was curious if there was even stuff that we were missing, like after that section, maybe there was like more to it. I was afraid that, you know, there's more content that we weren't seeing, but yeah, it was super solid, super fun.
Yeah, it's the mayhem that makes the game fun. And and it also had that crazy deer head, which I really liked.
That's right, yeah.
So, alright. First category down, hell yeah.
We did it, guys.
We did it.
Wow.
Yeah.
We did it.
Alright, well, let's not delay. Let's jump into Best Action Game, which are games that are action-y.
Yeah.
Yeah, go figure.
Wow.
I think I wrote something about big rigs in the document. I don't know
It does say, yeah, games with an emphasis on big rigs, so whatever that means, yeah, that's an action game.
Well, Big Rigs is an action game, so it stands to reason.
Sure. Yeah.
All right, well, tell us what your favorite Big Rigs game was.
All right, everybody. So my pick for best action game was Xenogunner by Happy Frog Games.
Woohoo! Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of fun. Appears to be an homage to Alien Soldier, a Genesis game by Treasure. Which is just fine with me because I love those kind of games. Yeah. This one, it was a premium game, and we had gotten it in the bundle for racial equality that was on itch.io for a while. It was in there, and I was like, wow, I get to finally try this game. So, yeah, it was really good. We didn't see too much of it on the show. I think we just maybe got past the first level or so. So there's a lot more to it, I know for sure. But yeah, just really fun. Maybe a little nostalgic, but you know what? That's my jam. So definitely my favorite action game of the year.
Yeah, well, the fact that you only got to see 2 levels and loved it is kind of a testament to how good it is.
Yeah.
Although I do remember that one level where it was a game show or something where they're asking you questions.
Right. Yes, I did see a little bit of whatever that level was. Maybe I guess it was like level 2 or whatever. But yeah, it was so bizarre that I don't know. I even though it was like confusing, I still kind of loved it because it just had a lot of personality, and it did remind me because there are sections in like Treasure games where, you know, it'll get weird for a second. You know, like in Mischief Makers, you just go to the Olympics and you just do the Olympics for a while, you know, or whatever, just that kind of thing. Or like Earthworm Jim, there's like weird mini games in those games too. So, yeah, it's really good, really creative, and really fun.
And I know I had quite a few gripes with the game, mostly owing to its rather lackluster controller setup. But I said as much in my comment on the itch.io page that I feel like there are a bunch of small problems that could be ironed out, and I see a good game under there and won't knock it totally for having these small little hiccups in the gameplay. And what I did play, I did enjoy. Very action-packed and very adrenaline rushed and very kicked my ass. I mean, you can kind of see that in this clip here. I last for all of 30 seconds or something, and I die. But what was my choice, bruh, for best action game?
I don't know.
Oh my god, you forgot, bruh? It's Bleed by Boot Disc Revolution.
Wow.
I think this was actually a game that was on sale for free during the Games to Keep You Inside sale. But it was really fun, really enjoyable. I really loved the slowdown mechanic that you had. It was kind of hard to get the feeling for it, and I think at one point I even forgot I had it. But it's so badass, just like slowing down time and shooting up enemies.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, this one was really well done. I enjoyed it a lot too, and I even went back and played through the whole thing after the episode we did. So it was one that kept me coming back for sure.
My only regret is not checking out multiplayer mode, because I did see that it had it.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, good stuff. Lots of action, lots of bleeding, and yeah, these nuts.
Yeah.
Oh. Thank you. Hold your laughter.
Please, everybody. We're trying to get through the show here.
So, some runner-ups for Best Action Game are the following. Demon's Nightmare by Emma Essex, Demon Burst by Chrono, and ARM for Saving the World by Nevertheless Studio. So Demon's Nightmare, we checked out very early in the year, and it's a pretty bizarre game, and its premise of combining all these different assets into a whole game was kind of weird but intriguing.
Yeah, it's definitely a fascinating one. And I mean, I hate to keep coming back, but I think it was also inspired by Alien Soldier heavily. I mean, seemingly. But you know, it also had lots of other influences for sure. Yeah, really, it was really fascinating. It was definitely a solid one. I enjoyed that one a lot too. But I think I just enjoyed Xenogunner a little bit more.
Yeah, I remember, I think it had triple digits for lives, and I thought that was insane. Because at the rate I was losing lives, I couldn't imagine having more than 10 at one time. It was really difficult, but very fun at the same time.
Yeah.
Demon Burst was, or I think it was for a jam. It was for the Game by Its Cover jam, but I think it was 2019, I believe. It wasn't something we were timely on, you know, surprise, surprise. But
yeah,
we checked that out, and it was very well done, which is par for the course with Chrono's games. They're all very good. Again, though, very, very fucking challenging with all the enemies that can attack you, and just trying to respawn in was kind of tricky with that bubble thing.
That's right. Yeah, that was definitely strange. Yeah, and yeah, it played a lot like an NES game. I think that was definitely its chief like influence or pool of influence was like old school NES games. And yeah, that one was really fun too. Definitely hard, but one of the best action games we played over the year for sure.
Yeah, I guess it should be said that just because a game's hard doesn't mean it's not enjoyable.
Right.
A lot of games on this show kick my ass, but it doesn't mean I can't have fun and still like the game. So, speaking of hard games, Arm for Saving the World was also pretty difficult.
Yep.
It was a game for the 2-button game jam, and you had your punch and your dodge, I think it was, your 2 buttons there. It was really, really well done. I really liked the art and the animations, and it was pretty action-packed, but pretty challenging trying to figure out a optimal strategy to survive while still staying on the offensive. It seems like you had to choose between one or the other.
That one was definitely kind of a mystery in terms of trying to figure out like the secret to beating that one like crystal guy that we couldn't quite beat. It's been a lot of time trying to figure that one out, but it was like pretty rewarding. I think once we got like better at it, it felt pretty good.
It had very, very meaty punches. Lent itself well to the action by having these impactful punches coming from the enemies, and you're dealing these punches too. So I think it's a pretty good fit for honorable mentions of best action games.
Absolutely.
But enough about action, bro. Let's talk about platformer games.
Whoa, what?
So platformer games are, you know, games with platforms and you jump on them.
Wow, that's mind-blowing, but okay.
Yeah, games that have to do with acrobatics, landing on platforms, not falling into pits, shit like that.
Yep.
And, oh, I heard you had a favorite one from this year, bro.
Well, let me tell you, it's gonna knock your socks off. My favorite platformer from 2020 was Sealed Bite by Sekirous.
Oh, shit!
Yeah, whoa. Yeah, it was really solid, pretty difficult platformer. It had a nice like tutorial that got you started with the you know, introductory sort of mechanics, and it also kind of gradually gave you more mechanics to play with as you would get the crystals that you know were needed to beat the game. And then the level design would change, you know, based on these mechanics that you would be getting, and things would get more complicated and more rewarding if you were to be able to do it well. And yeah, it was really super solid, really tightly scoped game that I really enjoyed.
Agreed, brother. Yeah. Yeah, I really liked it too. It was, like you say, a very solid game. And I do like the little freeze time reticle mechanic going on there. I think it's pretty cool, pretty stylish. One thing though that I really liked about it is that I don't know how much thought went into this, whether it was conscious or not, but it felt like the level design always lent itself towards very rewarding when you pulled it off, and fast movement if you're able to pull it off, which in the end is really fun. So I don't know if that was kept in mind the whole way through development. I know this was a jam game, so I don't know if it's totally possible to make nice, well thought out, well curated levels, but it really seemed like that. So hats off to Securus.
Absolutely. It was a great platformer.
Oh, and I like you can jump on the bugs.
I do like that too. Yeah.
Oh, shit. Well, you know what? My favorite was Demon Detective Gaiden 2 by Yao.
Wow.
Damn, I never imagined how much I was going to like this game. So much so that I roped you into a co-op playthrough of the whole game.
That's right.
Including unlocking the bonus characters too. And even with all that said, I still have plans to play the game on demonic difficulty at some point.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So really good, really fun. You kind of just have to play it, but the platforming is all over the place, but it's the tight controls that really make it fun to do this platforming. The character Matt in particular with his double jump really makes the platforming a lot of fun, because you can pull off such crazy tricks with this double jump ability.
Definitely. Matt seems like a pretty solid pick. I was more a fan of the vampire girl. What was her name?
Chibi.
There you go, yeah. Yeah, but you know, I mean, and there's so many characters you could pick, and they're all different. And again, that's just so cool when even these indie developers that we feature on this show, you know, they don't have big budgets, but they can still put in lots of cool features. And this game had a ton of cool features. It had so many levels, lots of secrets. Co-op worked like a charm for the most part. Controller support was great. Really solid game.
Damn.
Thank you.
Applauding that. Oh god, I was thinking of something I was gonna say and then I forgot it.
Oh, sorry, I made you forget it with my awesome joke with the clapping.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh shit, yeah, I'm not remember it. I'm gonna stall the show any more than I need to, so... great game, and let's check out some runners up.
Let's do it.
Which include these fine lot of games. Fetch Quest by Lumpy, A Short Hike by Adam Grayu, but I kind of like imagine in my head that it's Adam G, and then his last name's Ryu. Like my favorite Street Fighter character.
I do love the Ryu.
And Day in the Life of a Harpy 2 by Zyspawn. So Fetch Quest was, oh man, that was a crazy fucking game.
Yeah, it was also really solid. This is kind of a tough category to pick a favorite on, but Fetch Quest was really well done.
I really liked that you had the option to enable double jump. So it was catering to people who wanted a hardcore single jump experience, or people who wanted to just get their feet wet with the game, which I really appreciated. But some of the crazy ass jumping you could pull off with the double jump, it sends you flying, but you can also just maneuver yourself just well enough that you can get to where you want to go. And it's that balance of getting where you want to go and just falling off a fucking 100-story platform that really makes the game fun and kind of all over the place.
Definitely, yeah. Really, really awesome platformer.
A Short Hike was a platforming game that you platformed in.
Wow, yeah, that's, I mean, crazy, but yeah, it's true.
Man, what was so fun about that game was fucking around with the platforming, getting all these golden feathers and jumping off God knows how many foot mountains and flying around. Even without a single golden feather, just flying around is so fun because the controls are so responsive. It's a level of control over the character that I can't think of another game that really matches it. So I think that goes a long way in making the platforming fun in the game.
Short Hike was a beautiful game, like, and not just, you know, the story was very nice, and all the characters were very funny and charming. But also the gameplay was just super smooth, and you know, flying around and poking around the mountain was just awesome. Really solid game.
Yeah, losing to Avery was really fun too.
Oh yeah, I mean, she cheated, obviously.
And Day in the Life of a Harpy 2 by Zyspawn. Another game in the Harpy trilogy, I guess? I'm not sure on the canon of these games, but Day in the Life 2 felt a lot like Harpy Gaiden, which is a really good thing because Harpy Gaiden was excellent, and by the same token, so was Day in the Life 2. It featured kind of NES, Game Boy aesthetic with some nice platforming and a similar jump wing mechanic like a Short Hike, funnily enough.
That's right.
And really well done.
Yeah, Harpy 2 is super solid. You know, nothing bad to say about it, really. It was just a great platformer. And yeah, that's all it took. It was one of the best platformers we played last year, for sure.
Oh, but platformers, bro. What about shooter? Best shooter.
Whoa. What? Okay, I mean, yeah, I guess we could do that.
So yeah, games that have bullets and or guns and or shooting stuff, basically.
That's it, yeah, that's all you need.
Well, by that definition, what was your favorite shooter game, bro?
Alright, here you go, everybody. My favorite shooter of 2020 was Bleed by Boot Disc Revolution.
Oh, fuck.
So look, we just talked about this game, but yeah, I mean, great action game, and I think the shooting in this game stands out a little bit compared to Xenogunner, where I would say the focus isn't quite on like the shooting and aiming of your projectiles. I think this game kind of is. So the focus is slightly different there, and that's why I would pick it over Xenogunner for this particular category. But yeah, like I said, I mean, I played it to completion, and it's just a really good action game, and the shooting is really fun, and I don't know. I feel like I already said some stuff about it, so yeah, I'm just gonna let it speak for itself as a really, really good 2D side-scrolling action shooting game.
I also like how you get a fuck ton of weapons. They're kind of a bitch to unlock, but it's cool you get the variety you have.
Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't mention the yeah, you have lots of weapons you can unlock, and they each have different, you know, like spreads and firing rates and stuff like that, so definitely reinforces the shooting skills needed to play the game.
And I like that the shooting translates well to both mouse and keyboard and controller, where controller it's a twin stick shooter thing. With mouse and keyboard you aim with your mouse and shoot with left click. So that's pretty neat.
Mhm.
I'm also just remembering that wasn't the shop some Ronald McDonald Treasureland thing?
Something. I can't remember what it was. Yeah.
Was that the treasure influence?
Maybe.
Well, my pick for best shooting game was Kung Fu Cowboy by Soy Boy Games. That's not an insult, that is what they call themselves. Just making it clear. But yeah, Kung Fu Cowboy, the shooting definitely was very fun in that game. And again, a lot of that is due to the weapons they give you. I distinctly remember a fart gun as the weapon I used in one of the runs, and
Yeah.
I like that. That's pretty creative that the headshot does more damage because it's a fart gun. Like, damn, bro. But the whole game is hectic, chaotic, shooting everywhere, and it's even more fun and chaotic with a friend, so I would definitely recommend the co-op playthrough if you're checking this game out.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun. I guess I've confirmed your amount of fun. I did have a lot of fun when we were playing co-op.
I had a lot of fun.
Okay, well there you go. You heard it straight from the source here. No, yeah, it was really good. Neat concept too. You know, you don't normally see this kind of thing in terms of like the roguelike aspect. And so you get randomized stages and weapon choices. It was super like refreshing because we don't play too many games like that on Indie Hunters, and just solid, really good.
I see that the jumping is very reminiscent of Bleed with its triple jump thing where you can jump in different directions.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if Bleed was an inspiration for Kung Fu Cowboy.
Would not be surprised.
Well, there's some common threads in good games.
Yep.
Speaking of good games, here are some honorable shooter mentions best. So we have Galax by Masa HG, Galactic Wars by Volcano Bites, and Krankenheit, aka Kronkenheit. Well, that's just my alternate pronunciation of it. By David Jolbert. So Galax was a viewer request for the Indie Hunters show. It was so crazy, that game. Just the mechanic of hacking the ships. I really like it, but it's so hard to pull off when you're not used to it and you're just a scrub at shmups like I am.
Yeah, this is way more hardcore than the kind of games I'm used to, the kind of shmups I'm used to anyway. But yeah, super neat ideas in that game for sure. Yeah. Well, I mean, what we played was super fun. So yeah, big ups.
And big ups, yeah.
Big ups to Masa HG.
Also had a very rockin' OST, just incidentally. So bigger ups, bruh. Got him.
Yeah.
Galactic Wars we mentioned, but it's fun shooting up stuff in that game, so it stands to reason it would be in the best shooter category. Yeah, I mentioned you could get some power-ups to help you shoot up stuff. And yeah, not much to say. If you're a fan of Galaga, and is it R-Type, or is it Gradius, or is it Life Force? Like, oh my god, there's so many space games on NES. I don't know which one it is.
Yeah, Gradius and Life Force are pretty closely related. I forget how the power-ups worked. It might have been more like R-Type. But in either case, I mean, you know, it's a good game. It's a shooter, and it's fun. So it goes in this category. That's all you gotta know.
And Krankenheit was, well, it's a shooter, but there was also a lot of Daikatana action going on, bro.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, there was some slicing and dicing in that game.
Yeah, the slicing was so fucking gruesome. Just slice them right in half. God damn.
Yeah, that was crazy.
But yeah, that game was cool. Difficult, too. But very enjoyable. And reminded me of Doom quite a bit. Just running around, killing people.
Yeah.
I love running around killing people.
I mean, what's better than that? Nothing. You know? It's as good as it gets.
But yeah, good shit, Krankenheit.
Absolutely.
Krankenheit. Well, let's push the brake on this action bullshit, bro. Let's talk about some puzzle games, okay?
Oh yeah. We need to stop the, the twitchy action and just like use our brains for a change. Come on.
Exactly. Puzzle games, emphasizing that big IQ, that big brain strategy. And oh shit, I heard you had a favorite one, bro.
I do. It's gonna melt your entire universe. Maybe, but it's Polymute by Linker.
Oh,
thank you. Yeah, thank you, everybody. Yeah, it was really good. Super weird. I mean, I can't really think of any game that plays quite like it. I mean, I've definitely played other puzzle games before, but in this game you're talking to different characters and like objects and stuff, and you can learn how to transform into those things, and you got to use those forms and the interactions between other characters and those forms to like make your way through the game. Had a very kind of unique aesthetic too. Very limited palette. Kind of reminded me of like old, I don't know, PC games, DOS games or something. It was just very fascinating to me. I didn't quite make it very far, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I definitely didn't beat it on the episode, and I haven't gone back to play it, but it's definitely one that I would consider going back to play, because it was just so interesting. So that's my best puzzle game. Just the freshness of it all was what got me about it.
well, look here, bro. All right, look. All right.
Whoa.
I'm gonna agree with you, okay?
Oh, whoa. That's crazy, but okay.
Yeah, like you say, it was fresh. I really dug how it was this it's like you taking advantage of the environment and using it to solve puzzles in very clever ways. Like, so clever, I doubt I'd get far in that game at all. Like, I'm lucky I got as far as I did when we played it on Indie Hunters. Because I can just imagine how mind-meltingly difficult some of these puzzles would get. But just so creative an idea, and the name of the game reinforcing that, Polymute, like many mutations. Really clever, really solid game. I really dig the retro aesthetic as well. And I loved playing as a worm. It's pretty cool.
It was extremely poggers to play as a worm, yeah.
Poggers, yeah.
Need that one on my soundboard?
Yeah, why? Bro, you're slacking off.
Well, yeah, whatever.
This is supposed to be the super serious times.
Yeah, there's no jokes here.
Stream. Yeah, after I said D's nuts for some game.
Yeah.
Well, my favorite puzzle game of 2020 that we played. Yeah, I guess it should be noted, these aren't games that came out in 2020, far from it.
Right.
Some of the games we played were 5-6 years old, so... yeah, not released in 2020, they're just games we played in 2020. And, my favorite puzzle game of that lot was... Oh, my roommate is a laser gun. Oh my god. I just noticed.
Wow.
God, that blue dude just manhandling his roommate? Bro, it's pretty rude.
The implications are dark if you really think about it. But yeah.
I guess the roommate's okay with it because they're teaming up to do something.
They're doing something. Yeah.
They are doing something.
Like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, most of that something is destroying everything in sight. So this game in a nutshell, you have to shoot to collect gems and reach a goal, and it's very easy to destroy those things and screw yourself out of beating the level. And that's what makes the game so clever, is the way it puts you at odds with your goals and the environment. Again, another mind melter of a puzzle game. I hit a brick wall around level 10 or something like that, which I think isn't too shabby for me, so...
Yeah, gotta take what you can get.
Yeah, but I stuck with it that long, and I think that's a testament to how fun and creative this game is. And I also dig the aesthetic, incidentally. Just throwing that in there, bruh. Alright?
Yeah. I know the developer of this one is also developer of Baba Is You, which is something we haven't played at Indie Hunters, or I haven't played, period. But I know that's supposed to be very similarly, kind of mind-boggling. Yeah, this one was just really challenging. It really made you think outside the box. Not to use that cliche, but I guess can't really think of anything better to say. But yeah, super challenging and extremely funny too. The presentation and the the title and the theme. It's just, your roommate's a laser gun. Okay, that's pretty crazy. I haven't seen that before. So yeah.
And I love the story of it. You go to some dude who's the wise elder, and he says, "Oh, go over there," and you're like, "Okay, all right, game start."
Yeah.
But yeah, good shit, Hempoli. And good shit to these honorable mentions runners up, including Which Way by Andrew Gleason, Dank Tomb by Jakub Wasilewski, and side effects include : by So Bad, or Team Jim. I'm not sure what they want to identify themselves as. But Which Way? Bruh, who's on first? Which way is which? Yeah, so Which Way? Great little puzzle game. Really fantastic presentation. But the puzzle mechanic was easy to grasp onto, but using it effectively was where the challenge was. And I really liked that, because some puzzle games, kind of Polymute had this problem where it was kind of a steep learning curve to learn how to collect these different morphs and then morph into them. But once you get the wand in Which Way, you kind of know what to do. And that doesn't help you because the puzzles get extremely insane after a few levels, but that's what makes it fun.
And I think, one thing to note is I think a lot of puzzle games tend to fall into moving blocks around. I think both of our picks avoided that, whereas Which Way is definitely a block moving game. But it gets pretty creative with it. You're controlling these blocks and flying around on them, and it. We probably didn't even see much of the game really when we played it. I think there's probably a lot more to it, but yeah, that one was really well done. I like that one a lot too. I guess I just prefer Polymute, but Which Way was an excellent puzzle game as well.
Agreed, Bazinga brother. Dank Tomb. Oh my god, this game is it's very much like La Mulana, which is a puzzle fuck of a game, but on Pico 8. God damn. It's just so crazy what people can accomplish with Pico 8. Truly is the fantasy console.
Mm-hmm.
But some of the puzzles that the game wanted you to do were pretty crazy, but also pretty clever, and it made you pay attention to things you might not otherwise pay attention to. For example, one of the first puzzles has you putting a ruby into a door, but they expect you to go back and get that ruby to use it in the game in future segments, which I thought was pretty neat, that the game demands that level of attention from you. So it's definitely not a walk in the park, but I think it's fun because of that it really challenges you and stresses your mental muscles, bruh.
Absolutely. Yeah, Dank Tomb, very challenging. The execution, even, you know, that might not be the case for some of the other picks in this category, but Dank Tomb was, you know, you had to make precise jumps and stuff too, in addition to everything else. So, yeah, Dank Tomb was another one I enjoyed a lot too. But in terms of puzzles, I think I just preferred, you know, Polymute's like kind of unique take on it. But Dank Tomb is a solid one.
Damn, yeah, solid fucking kicking your ass, bro. Like, shit.
Yeah, but polite claps for Dank Tomb anyway.
God damn, I should have had a life counter the amount of times I died in that game.
Oh man, yeah, mine's. I mean, so that's one that I went back and played after the stream as well, and I'm still not done with it. But you know, I'd probably have, you know, a couple hundred at least, I would imagine.
Shit. Well, side effects include, bro. Okay, they include a really fun game with really nice animations and a really fun puzzle. The developers told me that it was based on some puzzle from antiquity, but I really enjoyed it in the format it was expressed in the game. Like that you had to figure out which symptoms were being expressed by which patient and figuring it all out, and it was one of the few puzzle games we actually beat.
That's a good point. Yeah, that one was also really well done. Yeah, I agree. The just conveying, you know, sickness through these like pixel animations of these like weird looking bald dudes. You know, that was like really, really clever and funny. I liked it a lot.
Bruh, Donatello.
Yeah.
Donatello, bro.
Yeah.
Doctor, help me. I got a bad case of Donatello.
It's true.
Oh my god, yeah, kooky fun. Just like Gymposters, so good shit. Good shit, brother. Man, you need to, like, chill out with making good games, okay?
Yeah, come on. Making our jobs too hard here.
Yeah, it was hard picking through all these different games, because they're all good.
That's true. Yeah.
God damn. Yeah, you make our job harder. God.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of hard, we have roguelikes, which are definitely in the harder half of genres, or the harder bell curve side. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying.
I agree. I think I know what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, yeah, roguelikes are hard. Yeah, it's just by design, because they expect you to be coming back, you know, dying, you know, either every now and then or constantly. So, yeah, I know what you're saying.
Well, damn. It sounds like you like them and have a favorite.
I do. And let me hit you with it. It's going to be Duck Soup Dungeon by Richard Limbs. I know. Yeah. Pretty crazy.
Duck Soup?
Duck what? Little reference for anybody who played Final Fantasy X-2. Any fans in there? But yeah, that was really... It had a nice like sense of humor to it, just like in the designs and the characters. I thought it was kind of unique to have like a platformer, dungeon crawler, and a roguelike. Like, you know, you don't see those all together in the same game, basically, too often, or at least I don't. It was fun to, like, you know, you had this like floatiness to your attacks when you would jump, and that was nice. It just had a really good game feel, similar to Cuckoo Castle, another game by those same devs. It was just it was the most fun I had with a randomly generated kind of experience, so that's why I picked it for this.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it too. Yeah, it is kind of interesting now that you pointed out a puzzle, or not a puzzle, a platformer tied with a roguelike.
Yeah.
I guess Rogue Legacy might have been that, I think. But
yeah, or Spelunky, but you know, it also had like the dungeon crawling kind of thing too. I don't know. Yeah, it was just kind of a neat way to mash all those things together.
Yeah, and I really enjoyed once again, the slowdown mechanic, Matrix time, bullet time shit. You'd think it'd be out of place in a roguelike, but I really liked it.
I rogueliked it.
Oh shit.
All right, everybody, calm down.
I also liked the variety of characters you could get in a pretty easily amount of time. I know it was a jam game, so that might have been by design, but I enjoyed messing around with the different characters, even though Slash Chicken Master Race all the time.
Yeah.
Boner rat.
Yeah. I definitely had. I mean, it was. I just love games where you can pick characters. And yeah, I would agree that the other characters I had a really hard time with, but could just be that I'm bad at the game. But I mean, I appreciate the efforts of including all these other different characters and gameplay styles and stuff too.
Good shit. Tasty soup, bruh.
Tasty soup.
Duck
Love it.
soup.
Duck what?
Oh, duck these nuts, bruh. My favorite roguelike was Kung Fu Cowboy. Oh shit.
Whoa.
Yeah, so we talked a little bit about Kung Fu Cowboy already. It is a roguelike, and I don't think there's any way to carry over anything you earn in one run over to the next. So it's kind of more roguelite than, or hardcore roguelike, or whatever you want to call it, than some of the other games. But it was really fun choosing between the power-ups and guns you're given at any shop. And also fun was, I guess this only applies to a co-op playthrough, but figuring out who would get what thing in the shop and who needs this and who needs that. Strategizing what you purchase with your teammate is also really fun and added to the challenge of spending your money appropriately.
Again, sort of like Duck Soup Dungeon, it's kind of a unique take on the roguelike formula that I haven't personally seen too often. So yeah, good stuff. I don't know. Yeah, it's just a really, really fun, randomized experience.
So, hey, but how about some more roguelikes, bro, for the road? Haha.
Oh my god!
Honorable mentions go out to Deepest Dungeon by Greg Flashman, Roguelite. Oh, Roguelite, bro. Oh my god, by Daniel
That's like a category.
And Dungeon Drafters by Manolith Studios. Well, you can get all nerdy about, a roguelike versus a roguelite, bro.
Yeah, this isn't that type of show. We definitely, if it's random, we'll pretty much call it a roguelike.
So Deepest Dungeon was, well, you'd almost call it a Pico 8 game based on the palette and resolution, but just a low-res game influenced by Spelunky and Dulunky.
Yeah, absolutely.
And a very well done one. Very fun exploring the caves, getting that gold. And I enjoyed it well enough. I think you probably enjoyed it a little more because you're familiar with Spelunky.
Mm-hmm.
So, did you, bruh? Did you enjoy that game?
I did. Yeah, that's one that I felt like I didn't get very far. I kind of wanted to try it again, and just see how far I could make it after the stream. I haven't yet done that, but yeah, it was just really fun. Nice little homage to Spelunky, for sure.
And Roguelite, we checked out by Daniel Linson, was extremely difficult and extremely dark. But also very well done, with some very nice pixel art and some very creepy droning ambient music. It made me think of a Metroid game, which wasn't really the vibe I was getting from the artwork that is featured prominently on the page, but still pretty cool nonetheless. Although, like, goddamn, that was really fucking hard.
It really was. Yeah, it was not a joke. The light was so important. If you ran out of light, I mean, that was pretty much it. But what's cool is like you could still do well. You could still like keep going and theoretically, I guess, get to the end or whatever, even if you don't have any light. It's probably just not going to happen because there's any number of things in your way you can't see. But it was that idea of like the light being so important to the run and having to like use that as it's like your most important resource. It's just how much light you have was very cool.
Yeah, very clever play on words there. And even though when you're in the dark it's miserable, there are these short periods of you kind of owning in the game and like using your arrows wisely and taking out enemies and gathering up gold that are interspersed in the whole playthrough. That those are really fun when the game shines. Ha ha ha! Oh, yeah, shines. Oh my god, I am so funny. Ha 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 ha. Hashtag funny. Am I right?
Hashtag joke.
Yeah, those moments kind of make up for the dreary, depressing parts where you're getting your ass handed to you and you're jumping at walls in the dark.
Yeah.
So, good shit. Check it out.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're a baby, bro. Wow.
Yeah.
And Dungeon Drafters by Manolith Studios, a Kickstarter game demo we checked out. That was also pretty damn cool. It was an interesting fusion of well, you were in a dungeon, I guess, but it was a cool fusion of a roguelike or roguelite and card games, but also turn-based strategy. It's kind of mishmash of a bunch of different things, but it was pretty cool because of that.
Yeah, it was really well done. I imagine there was a deck building aspect to it, even though I think, for the demo at least, they kind of just give you some cards and let you go at it. But I could see that being a really nice feature in the final game if you're able to, maybe select your cards before you go into the dungeon and strategize and all that stuff. And yeah, that one was really, it was super solid what we played. So I guess that bodes well for the Kickstarter project. So hopefully that all pans out for the best.
I think it will. Yeah, in particular about that game, I really liked when you pulled off a card combo and your plan just came together and it worked. And you killed a baddie or two. Those were some really fun moments with that game. Just seeing it all come together. And seeing that that little transition screen with the Pokemon was pretty good.
Trying to guess how many silhouettes were inspired by the pocket monsters.
Yep, good stuff. Oh, but did you say racing, bro?
No, not for a while anyway.
Oh, but you did. You just did right now.
Oh, yeah.
When you were saying my favorite racing game of 2020 was, and then you never finished that sentence. So I think now's a good time for you to finish that sentence.
Well, I'm not sure about the authenticity of the statement you just made, but I will finish the statement anyway. My favorite racing game of 2020 was Brutal Pico Race by Yorkiki.
Oh, fuck.
So we talked about this one a little bit already, but we're seeing it for the first time, I guess, on the award show. And yeah, like I said, great F-Zero style game. So many ships to choose from. It's just so impressive for a Pico 8 game. Like, you just don't have that much to work with the Pico 8 from first-hand experience. It's just impressive to see what these devs are able to do with it. Just intense racing action. And it's something that I had a lot of fun with on the stream. So check it out. Racing fans, F-Zero fans, anybody out there?
Yeah, in particular, I liked the variety of ships it gave you to play with. And it also had a difficulty setting too, which I enjoy. Because I always get my ass handed to me in racing games, so it's nice to have an option where the people who suck at them have a chance at winning. So big ups. I give it a Pico. You know that little Pico flower that's like the logo of Pico?
Mm-hmm.
I give it that official Pico seal of quality. Yeah, there you go. Okay, well, you know what? My favorite racing game was also Brutal Pico Race. So it was Drift Stage by Super Systems. Just a fantastic... I guess technically it's a demo. It's not a full-fledged game, but it's one of the best damn demos I've ever played. Really fun, very stylish, just sick. It's fucking sick, bro. It's Drift Stage.
Yeah, it's a shame, I think the project ended up the way it did. Without going into further detail about that, I guess you can look it up if you want. But yeah, I mean, on Indie Hunters we play a lot of demos, and this one was super fun and great style. Yeah, really good.
Damn, I am owning in this clip right here.
Oh yeah, I mean the drifting it's out of this world. Yeah, the walls are just part of the track.
Yeah, really enjoyed it, and I don't know if it's the standard feature for a lot of racing games, but it's pretty neat to see the game take into consideration all these different shits about transmissions and gears and all this other fucking stuff. But I have no idea what the hell it all means, but it's cool it's there. So I'm sure if you know shit about cars and racing, you'd get a kick out of it. I just like the pretty colors and the racing, and that's enough for me.
That's pretty much where I'm at too, yeah.
So good shit. Check out the demo. Even if it's just a demo, it's worth checking out. Ooh! Honorable mentions, bruh.
Whoa.
We got Future Rally by Play Kiseki, Beachside Runners by Alchemy Gameworks, and Virtua Racing Demake by Freds72. So Future Rally was, I think it was made for a GB Jam. GB Jam. I don't remember which one, but I think it was made in Unity or something. But it emulated the Game Boy quite well, which I liked. Through visuals and also music. I'm not a fan of games that try and emulate a visual style of a console but don't copy its sound capabilities. It's kind of off-putting to me, but Future Rally nailed both of them, and it was a fun little Future Rally game.
It was, fun little jaunt. I don't know what else to call it. It's just a nice little racing jam game that fit the bill for this category. So solid stuff.
It also had a cool 3DR on its title screen, which was poggers.
Ooh, yeah, big time.
Beachside Runners was a student project we checked out, and despite some very sensitive controls, it was pretty fun. Even if the controls were pretty crazy, it was still fun trying to manage them and beat the time or get more gold coins. It was still fun.
Yeah, that one was pretty interesting. I definitely spent more time trying to just keep my car straight rather than like any kind of advanced driving maneuvers or anything like that. That said, it was still actually pretty fun to just mess around and see what it had to offer, because it had like different modes and a couple different cars. I think some different paths too. There was like some branching paths or something. So yeah, I actually had a lot of fun with that one.
And Virtua Racing Demake, a Pico demake of Virtua Racing. I mean, my god, geez, do I need to say anything? Like, holy fuck.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
People in their Picos, man. But yeah, that was fun. It's been a while since I played Virtua Racing, so I don't know how well it compares to the original. But for what was achievable with the Pico 8, it's pretty damn impressive and pretty fun too. And it looked pretty cool too. I liked how it tried to emulate the 3D models of the original game, and looked pretty much like it.
Yeah, it fooled me. Like I was like, wow, how'd they do this on Pico 8? Super impressive, just from a technical standpoint. It's when I was just like wowed by how they could pull it off.
Oh, and cool AF, bro. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that too.
Well, you know what else is cool AF?
What?
These nuts, bro. Oh god, I'm
what
doing...
the?
We got best multiplayer game, bro. You have a favorite, right?
I do. Let me drop some knowledge for you. My favorite multiplayer game of 2020 was Ultra Fight Dakianta 2 by Harama Self. Can't remember quite where I heard about this one. I think it was somewhere on the internet. But someone said that, hey, there's this free fighting game on Steam, and it's some of the craziest stuff we've ever seen. And I said, that sounds great. Let me download it and play it. And I liked it a lot. It was a lot of fun. It had, lots of neat features from my favorite kind of era of fighting games. It was all wrapped up in this super bizarre MS Paint cacophonous sounding package that's it's like nothing I've ever seen. I mean, just look at these portraits, and this isn't even, you're probably not even hearing it, but my god, listen to this game sometime. It's gonna it's gonna do something to you. But it, at some point it had online play available, and we played it online against each other, and it was really good experience. It's just one of those fighting games that's fun to explore, and it's not too, it does, everything about it, you're not going to take it too seriously, I think, by design, and that kind of helps it, because it just keeps everything kind of fun and breezy, and play around with characters, find your favorites, and just pick your team and become a Dakianta 2 professional.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that hasn't stopped people from taking this game seriously, and I see it's now on the roster for Anime Evo or something like that. But oh my god, what a crazy fucking game, but very crazy in a good way. I can't speak to the fighting game elements a whole lot because I suck at fighting games and know nothing about them. But as a multiplayer game, it's very fun just to just to pick some random characters, mash buttons, and see what happens. I remember us trying the maximum turbo mode, and I legit was just literally mashing buttons, and it was just a coin toss as to who would win. But even that, you'd think, oh, that's kind of stupid and nonsensical, but even that is just fun. It's fun to do. Just to see a fully featured game with a full roster, full fighting game mechanics, and all this other stuff for free is insane, really.
Yeah, it's definitely one for the history books in terms of like an indie fighting game. Like, you don't see those too often because it's hard. It's really hard to make a fighting game, especially. So, and all this, by pretty much one person, as I understand it anyway. It's something to behold, for sure.
Yeah, good shit. Oh, you should also listen to the OST on full blast sometime. The music rules.
Yeah, definitely recommend that one.
Well, my favorite multiplayer game from 2020 was Bazinga. Demon Detective Gaiden. Yeah, it's not only 2-player, which is how we enjoyed it, but you can have up to 4 people play in this game. And goddamn, do I wish I had 4 people who lived in the same time zone to play this with, because I can just imagine it being a crazy but fun adventure. I think I said enough about the game earlier. Very fun. It works surprisingly well with the multiplayer thing. Not too many hiccups, and it went very smoothly. Even stuff like buying shit in the shop didn't have any hitches to it, so very well done on the multiplayer, and it was also, I think, balanced well to accommodate for multiple players. I don't think it was just a steamroll because we had 2 people. I think it was still challenging enough, even with 2 people.
Absolutely, there were definitely like some parts that we struggled with still. Yeah, it was a really fun co-op experience.
It's crazy, 4-player for this type of game, a platformer, actiony game where you're collecting stuff. It's kind of weird. I wouldn't think multiplayer with that kind of game, but it works well.
Yeah, it's just a really nice feature to have.
And if somebody has the means to, you should play 4-player Shatter Team. I think that would be pretty lit.
Ooh.
Beat the game. 4-person Shatter Team or Shatter Squad. I forget the exact name, but the explosive chicks. Hell yeah, do that run.
Yeah, that's something. That'll be something to watch.
Oh shit, honorable mentions just appeared.
Whoa!
Oh fuck. So, some other multiplayer games that we thoroughly enjoyed were Final Flames 2 Against the Dark World Crisis by Chair G Tables. Oh fuck, bro. Look at this shit, bro. This dude fucked up. He put a capital I.
What the?
Oh my god, I'm sorry, Chairs, for desecrating your name. There. Oh, well, this caveat should have been in the beginning, but when we say by person, it's meant as an et al. Kind of thing. Some of these games have multiple developers or people on the team, but I can't list off every single person who worked on every single game in here. Otherwise, this screen would be covered in text, so apologies, but you all are in our hearts.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're just trying to give credit to something here while trying to also keep our OBS text to a minimum.
We also got Kung Fu Cowboy by Soy Boy Games and Drift Stage by Super Systems. So Final Flames 2 was a load of fun, very meme-worthy, but also a pretty competent fighting beat-em-up game when you look past the meme stuff. Because I can imagine a lot of people playing and say, oh look, it's the fuck is that dude's name? Dictator, saying yes, and Snoop Dogg smoke weed, and you know that's all fine and well. I love that stuff too, but it shouldn't overshadow the fighting beat-em-up game that is 2-player.
Yeah, we haven't talked about this one yet up until now, but we'll get around to it. We'll talk a little bit more about it in a future category.
Don't spoil shit, bro. What the?
Sorry, but yeah, that was one that we played co-op as well, just like Demon Detective Gaiden, and yeah, it was very chaotic, difficult at times, but it was a lot of fun for sure in the end.
Oh yeah, and we were total gangsters and played it with online co-op, bro. None of that local area bullshit. Couch co-op nonsense. Fuck that, bro.
Yeah, we do everything on the internet.
Because we hacked Steam into playing this game online.
Oh yeah, we're bad boys.
Kung Fu Cowboy, I think we've mentioned, it's really fun to play together, just how hectic it is. And it can get challenging at times to tell who is who, differentiating the players. But I say, hey, that just adds to the chaos and makes it more fun. And I think that game too is capable of 4 players, so my god, I can only imagine a shootout with four players and all of the NPCs you have to fight, and a fart gun and a rainbow gun and all this other shit.
Yeah, I think there's a couple games that, once we get some kind of Indie Hunters studio and some like funding or something, I don't know, we could do some 4-player like sessions of some of these games. That would be pretty interesting.
4-player poppy game session.
Yeah, that too. Why not?
Yeah, well, speaking of that, Drift Stage also 4 players. We tried to play this through co-op, but somebody's internet was fucking up and ruined it.
Yeah, I don't know who that was.
Disaster Squad. So Oh, it wasn't. It was for Sir Phobos.
Oh.
Yeah, just name dropping you, bro. Got him. But this is hypothetically a very good multiplayer game that I recommend you check out. So the game is good. The game demo is good. Now just imagine that with more people. How is that not good?
Yeah, it just makes sense if you just think about it. Like, you know, you're playing the good game against other people. Like, it's going to be fun and challenging.
Unless your friend's really good at it and is an asshole and wins every time.
Yeah, I guess it's probably going to be, you know, it's not very fun. Yeah.
You rip off your magazine.
Yeah. Any number of things you could do to show your frustration.
Or just leave, slam the door, and drive off.
That's right.
Excellent multiplayer games. Grab a friend, play them, check them out, love them.
Mm-hmm.
Bitch. Oh, speaking of bitch, typing.
Whoa.
Type in bitch. I don't think any of these games had bitch as one of the words you typed.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Missed opportunity, but we still had some favorites we picked from 2020, and yours was...
My favorite was Hot Type by It's Cass.
Oh.
Yeah. This one had, you know, kind of a vaporwave aesthetic. It kind of reminds you of like Hotline Miami, whatever you call that. But, you know, it's all about typing, and it's what you'd expect. You got these words that pop up. You got to do it fast. Little bonus rounds from time to time. You can score more points. And you just try to go for the highest score you can. And I think that's why I picked it in this category. We had some other fun typing games, but I think the actual typing was the most fun in this game. So that's why I picked this one.
Yeah, I'd agree. It's just a solid typing game, which isn't what you always stumble upon with typing games on itch.io, as we've learned. So it's nice to see a quote-unquote regular typing game that just tests your typing with some words, and it has a vaporwavy aesthetic to it, and some bonus games thrown in there for a fun little mix. And there's not a whole lot much other than that, and that's a good thing. It doesn't try and rock the boat by trying to be some weird avant-garde typing game where you're doing some nutty shit with typing. It's just type in the word that you see and you do it fast as shit.
Yeah, it just does that, and it does it well. That's all there is to it.
I also like one of the words I just saw was sexual. Hell yeah.
Wow. Filthy.
Oh, well, what was that word you got? Tatame or something?
Yes, it was the I think it's like the face one puts on in front of others or something like that. In Japanese. There were like a lot of Japanese words I got because I was playing on the Japan themed stage or whatever.
Well, shit. You know what?
Mm-hmm.
I think I have a favorite of my own that I'm going to share right now. Oh, I juked you guys. I fooled y'all. Oh, got him.
No!
I'm gonna show it now. Oh, haha, okay. It's Procrastitiper. See, I was procrastinating on showing you my pick.
Oh.
There you go. See? It was not a bit, alright? It was playing into the choice.
Very clever.
So Procrastitiper was very fun. Very cute. Cute premise. I love that you have 1 minute to type up some random nonsense essay, and that's part of the fun, is seeing the essay that you produce with all of your random words at the end. Even if you fail and get an F on your paper and you only type 3 words in a minute, it's still fun just to see what the computer spits out at you and read it aloud and see that it makes no sense. Very fun, very hectic, and aardvark, bro. An aardvark.
Yeah, aardvark, pterodactyl, great words. Yeah, this one was extremely cute. I like this one a lot too. just the way everything was kind of on these paper cutouts, and the essays were hilarious. Yeah, super fun, super good.
And also pretty close to a natural typing game where it counts how many words you've typed in a minute. It does a weird thing with the words per minute calculating them, but it's still a measurement of how many words you can get down in a minute, so close to a natural typing tester, if you will. Which is pretty nice. So let's talk about some other typing games, like these honorable mentions, like Typing of the Dab by Slapunas, David Lynch Teaches Typing by Rhino Stew, and Ultra Type R by Ansdor. Oh, yeah, you talk about them, bro. Damn.
I will. So yeah, Typing in the Dab was made for a particular streamer's game jam, so it had lots of references and stuff like that, which is funny to see. I'm not like I wasn't super up on everything in that game, but there lots of stuff that I did get, and it was funny. That one was super challenging. I don't know if I'm just like a bad typer, probably am. But one of the tougher typing games that we played.
Very fun, but yeah, very challenging. Kind of get overwhelmed quite quickly. But still enjoyable, just like Typing of the Dead is. And yeah, had some pretty hilarious words too that I really enjoyed. Like poggers.
Oh yeah. Who wouldn't want to type that?
Chuck E. Cheese.
Likes to say it, but he says it weird.
And David Lynch Teaches Typing was, speaking of weird, yeah, that was a pretty weird typing game.
Yeah, it was.
It was probably a treat if you're a fan of David Lynch's work, because, for one, you'll understand it. It doesn't have a lot to do with typing, spoiler alert, but it did teach me to do that F and J key, which was pretty helpful.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, if you're talking like basic, starting rules, like that's probably where you want to start. So, yeah, yeah. I mean, obviously the draw of that one is it kind of goes into weird territory, referential territory, and yeah, if you're a fan of David Lynch, I guess say you should probably play that game and see what it has to offer.
Or alternatively, show it to a person who doesn't know David Lynch is or what he's about and see their reaction. I'm sure it'd be pretty funny.
Yeah.
And Ultra Type R, a typing stroke platforming game that was a neat concept, but holy mother, was it a hard game to play.
Yeah, that one, I think it's probably the hardest game I played last year. It was like balls to the wall. It's insanely hard for me. I don't know if I'm just like bad at typing or platformers or both, because it had like platforming. You'd have to type in the platforming commands and your character would do them, and it was, oh man, yeah, just insanely hard. It made my wrists hurt. So but yeah, it was interesting concept.
Very difficult exercise in timing and typing. I remember your pro tip strategy of priming the word and not typing the last letter, just to have that ready in the barrel come time to jump or shoot.
Yeah. But
even that only takes you so far, and man, the number of times I spelled hump or jupum or something just because I'm, oh shit, a platform, I need to type jump. Oh fuck, I spelled hump. Then I died. That pretty much encapsulates the game. But I still enjoyed it, and it was a pretty neat concept. Speaking of neat concepts, we should talk about Dollar Shave Club. Oh my god, Dollar Shave Club is a monthly subscription service to shave.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Oh, see, that was a meme I was doing right there, because we're talking about meme games. See, I'm so damn smart.
Everyone thinks you're funny.
So best meme games. Begin.
Okay, so let me hit you with this one. My favorite meme game was Final Flames 2 Against the World Dark World Crisis by Chair G Tables.
Hooray.
Yeah, so we talked about it a little bit before, but let me get into it a little bit more now. So yeah, this one is very chaotic. There's little meme gifs that pop up on the side of the screen every time you get a combo, and just the insanity of it all, I think, was like extremely funny to me for some reason. Just the attitude of it all was appealing to me, because it really just it sacrifices nothing, and it's all just there to make you laugh, really. So yeah, I liked it a lot.
I'm just noticing in the clip in the background, if you wait for the right time, there's 2 moons on screen, which is pretty lit.
Nice. Yeah. I wonder what planet they're on.
But yeah, the meme stream is very, very enjoyable, very chaotic. But that's not to be outdone by the cast of crazy, kooky characters you meet and or kill along the way to chaos. In particular, I love Liz, and that she joins your party and she dab shoots.
Right.
Like, you can't beat that. That's so fucking funny.
Yeah, it's good.
Dab shoots. Oh, I also love the part where you turn into airplanes and fly around with that one chick with the glasses.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, very funny game. Very funny. Yeah, very funny, Chairs, alright? I think you're so funny.
Yeah, making these crazy games.
Well, you know what? You are, alright? So, screw it. It's a fun game.
Yeah.
Funny and fun.
It was.
And very memey. Very dank memes, alright? Dank out of meme.
Yeah.
Just like my favorite pick of 2020, which was Sonic. Oh my god. Sonic the Hedgehog sucks cock and balls for rings to buy chili dogs and Knuckles. Gotta throw that and Knuckles on there for good measure.
Exactly. That's why it's a meme.
Well, if this title overtaking the whole scene wasn't proof enough that it was a meme, I think if you pay attention to the dialogue, you'll see it's quite meme-worthy.
Mm-hmm.
And very funny. I actually enjoyed exploring this bizarre little world Panamanian Booty Scout put together, with everybody wanting their cock and balls sucked, or cock/ball, or cock and ball, or some variation of the two. And some of the creative ways you can get yourself killed by sucking the wrong cock and ball comes to mind is the car you suck off and die because you were sucking on its exhaust pipe.
That's right. I learned that one the hard way.
Yeah, very funny writing. Not a whole lot of gameplay stuff, because it is just a RPG maker game that again, like a lot of the ones we play, doesn't utilize the actual RPG battle system. But sometimes that's alright, and you just want to use it as a device for exploring worlds, like Red Trees. But this is far from Red Trees. This is like, bro, you're sucking cock and balls for rings to buy chili dogs, okay?
And Knuckle.
Like, if that sounds like a good time to you, you need to check out this game pronto.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, and Chris Chan's in it. Meme.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Meme established.
Yeah, this one was I don't know if this sounds mean, but it's a lot better than I expected it to be. Because I really didn't know what to expect with the name. I don't play too many meme games, I guess, so maybe I'm just not used to it. But it was very funny. Yeah, definitely a solid pick for the meme game.
Oh, and I'm just remembering the shitting thing came with a bonus comic of Waluigi and Gene from the Emoji Movie and Sonic, and the dicks were involved, and like, my god, damn. The dude is an absolute mad lad making a fucking comic.
Yeah.
Sonic and cock. Like, I have hats off for that. That's some good shit right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Gene from the Emoji Movie, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh my god. Of all the games to come with a bonus comic, you wouldn't think it was this one, but
I know.
it is. Yeah, good shit. Panamanian Booty Scout, we salute.
Excellent work.
And Knuckles, bro.
And Knuckles.
Fuck. Jeez. Fucking long ass title, bro. Oh my. Speaking of Sonic. Oh shit. Blue text. Or bluer.
Oh, we forgot
text.
the.
Oh my
runners-up.
fuck. Why did you forget that, bro? What the fuck are you doing with my OBS?
Sorry.
Well, there. It was an excuse to use that sound effect.
Yeah, there you go.
So, honorable mentions go to Ultra Fight Dog Kyanta 2 by Hirama Self, visual novel about ninja by Top Sky Games, and Sonic Dreams Collection by Arcane Kids. Ultra Fight we discussed earlier. It's gained quite a bit of a meme status, cult status, if you will, and it augments the game. It makes it better when you know the memes, bro. Lay memes.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's just something you should check out if you're into crazy games like that.
Yeah, well, just some of the crazy, kooky, funny stuff you find in that game is just a hoot in itself. So,
yeah,
even if you don't pursue Ultra Fight memes or get deep into the Ultra Fight wiki or whatever it has, it's still funny and enjoyable just by itself.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps Harama self. Oh, fart. So, visual novel about ninja. I almost forgot about that game. just seeing the name makes me smile because of the way it's not capitalized like a title would be. But hey, I preserved its wacky capitalization here. And you see a name like Top Sky Games and you'd think, oh, that sounds like a normal, reasonable game studio, but far from it. But that's what makes the game great, is that it's just so bizarre, so wacky, but kind of like Sonic Sucks Dick, it has a thread that it follows and commits to. It's not just a bunch of random bullshit put together, because that takes no thought really to just, oh, I'll have this and that and just pull some meme out of some asshole somewhere and just throw it all together willy-nilly. And that doesn't necessarily make for a funny or enjoyable meme game. But visual novel sets up this bizarre fucking plot of Saruto and Sasuke or whatever, and this feud about miso soup, and they follow it until the end, and it's fucking beautiful. Just how it's portrayed, you just have to play it. It's fucking fantastic.
Yeah, it's something. That's all I can say about it. It's something. I guess if you know stuff about Naruto, maybe you get some references or something. I don't know, but even without it, it's still pretty funny.
Yeah, it's wacky and nutty, and the only lamentable thing is that it's only for Android. So you either need phones. What, do you not have phones? Like, bruh.
Don't you people have phones?
Or you need to get some whack-ass Android emulator like I did and play it on there. And Sonic Dreams, I'm sure is a pretty big meme at this point. It was very funny, very crazy. A lot of things were just very unexpected, and that's what kind of made it just so wacky and borderline disturbing. Not even borderline, it was pretty disturbing, but
it definitely reached maybe a little too far in some places in order to make you a little bit uncomfortable on purpose. But I can appreciate that kind of humor for sure.
Again, another one to just check out on your own. Saying too much would kind of ruin it, so just trust us, because why wouldn't you? But trust us, it's a good game to play. Speaking of Sonic, oh, that's a nice segue into... Oh, I don't suppose you wanted to hear about Sonic games?
Well, too bad, because I'm gonna hear some anyway. Yeah, we played some Sonic fan games for a while, and my favorite Sonic fan game was Sonic Time Twisted by Overbound Game Studio.
Oh shit. Oh ho ho.
Yeah, this one was really cool. It was very unique, because a lot of Sonic fan games that we played were like remakes of other Sonic games or reimaginings or stuff like that. This one seemed all new to me. I think maybe was inspired by a Sonic CD with some of the time travel stuff, but yeah, it was just really solid. As a casual Sonic enjoyer, I enjoyed this one a lot.
A casual Sonic enjoyer.
That's me.
That's not a weird way to describe it. I am a casual Sonic enjoyer.
I'll put that on my resume.
Well, I guess I'm in the same boat. I'm not some hardcore Sonic nerd who plays all of them. I only played the good ones. Oh, was Sonic ever good? Oh, was Sonic ever good, guys? Yes, it was, and this game encapsulates that time period. It's a great fusion of Sonic 3 and Sonic I was about to say Sonic Time Twisted. Yes, Sonic Time Twisted encapsulates Sonic Time Twisted well.
Yeah.
Sonic 3 and Sonic CD, and that is a very, very good winning recipe in my book. Very solid,
absolutely.
like you say. I give it props for making original shit. And yeah, you'd be a fool not to play it if you're a fan of Sonic games, unless you're a fan of like some really dubious Sonic games that feature 3D Sonic. It's like,
Ugh.
guys, Sonic 06 wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. Oh my god, bro, I don't care. Sonic Smackdown, bro. By Arc Forged. Check it. Sonic the Fighters, but good. And doesn't look like shit.
Wow.
Sounds pretty cool, right? Well, even cooler, it exists and it's free to download. Holy shit. And damn, was it a blast when we played it. I think we were playing it for like 2 or 3 hours, which is a pretty good sign of a game being good when you lose track of time. Very fun, and I don't partake. I'm a what did you say? A casual enjoyer of fighting games. That's me. But once I got the hang of it and you gave me a few pointers and tips, I was able to do reasonably well on baby mode or whatever I was playing. And it was a fun, you know?
It was really well done. Seems to be kind of an homage to Marvel vs. Capcom 3 in particular. And just in terms of, mechanically, it's very similar. It plays really well, I gotta say. And it's got lots of characters, and they're all unique. It's crazy that it's just free. You just download it and play it. It's so solid.
You mentioned the roster. I like that it has that too. It has a nice array of characters. They don't do a whole lot for me in terms of story and Sonic lore. I don't really give two shits about Rouge the Bat and Shadow and Sucky and Fucky the Hedgehog and all them. But it's cool to see them. I can appreciate that in a Sonic game. I mean, they have fucking Mighty, for fuck's sake. Like, good god.
Yeah. Chances are, even if you're some kind of weirdo who likes one of those weird ass characters that never was in a game except for like one time, then they might have your bases covered here.
Yeah, so check it out. Sonic Smackdown. Smacking these nuts down on your face, son. Yeah. Speaking of smacking nuts down, we have honorable Sonic mentions, which include Sonic Dreams Collection, Sonic Robo Blast 2, and Sonic Dreams Collection by Arcane Kids, Sonic Robo Blast 2 by Team Sonic Jr., and Sonic Wood by Kid on Fleek. Talk about them, bro. What the fuck?
All right. Well, let me tell you about them. I mean, we talked about Sonic Dreams Collection a little bit already, but it was super weird, but it had a lot of love and creativity. I think that alone puts it above a lot of other Sonic fan games. So, yeah, it was something to behold.
Yeah, and strong homage to Dreamcast as well, if you're into that. It's enjoyable on a couple different levels. One is for the kind of shock value it has, where you're seeing these things. Won't go too much into detail for fear of spoilers, but suffice it to say it's shocking at times. But you can also kind of pick it apart and analyze it as like a commentary on the Sonic fandom in a weird kind of way, which is also another just different level of enjoying the game. So there's kind of something to enjoy about it for everybody of every level of analysis, if you want to call it that, which is pretty cool when a game can be enjoyed in multiple ways. Speaking of multiple ways, did you know that Sonic Roboblast 2 was not made by Team Inc. or whatever the fuck?
I mean, we did learn that.
Yeah. No, made by Team Sonic Jr., which is a cute name. I like that. Who have been making this game since the late 90s or something. It's based on the Doom engine. You could say we were late to the party, but hey, we at least showed up at one point, which I'm grateful for because it was a fantastic Sonic game that is like no other Sonic game I've played, which is you'd kind of expect for something made in the Doom engine. You hear Sonic and Doom engine and think, what the fuck? But it works surprisingly well as a 3D Sonic game. And it was tons of fun.
Yeah. Super interesting. I had a hard time making progress. It was hard for me, the platforming and stuff. But I liked the ingenuity and the creativity of it, and it just looked really good. If it's been in development for that long, it really shows, because it just looks great and it's so unique. I just can't help but like it.
Yeah, it looks great. Yeah, it is kind of wonky when you first get into it, but once you learn the ropes, it feels pretty natural for 3D and Sonic, which isn't something I would typically say as a fan of the old school boomer 2D Sonic games. Works really well, and it makes me think about Sonic Heroes when I got that when I was younger, and thinking, man, this fucking blows. And then playing this and wishing this was the game I got as a kid all those years ago. Like, this rules compared to Sonic Heroes, which blows assholes. And goddamn, I wish this was an official Sonic game and not any of the other crap they've made in the past 10 years.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's pretty pathetic how how the Sonic fan scene outdoes actual Sonic games. It's mind-boggling, but yeah, them's the breaks. What can you do except follow the fan scene more closely and ignore Sega? Fucking
Yeah. The consistency, I guess, barring Sonic Mania, which everyone seems to agree is pretty good, but even that, was made by fans. But yeah, the consistency of which the fans are good and the consistency of which Sega is just bad at making Sonic games is pretty mind-boggling.
Not to say there aren't bad Sonic fan games, but there's a lot of good ones that have been presented here today, so check them out. Included among those is Sonic Wood. It's Sonic Wood. Wood, bruh. It's fucking wood. Literally.
Yeah.
It's wood.
Yeah. It's wood.
It's one of those weird wooden puzzles you fuck with as a kid, and you're like, what the fuck is this? But Sonic.
Yeah, you roll a ball around, and it's like a maze or something, and there's holes and little ramps or whatever.
Yeah, it just seems natural. Sonic naturally lends himself to this kind of puzzle. It's kind of crazy, this mashup, but really well executed with excellent presentation and very good ASMR of the marble rolling around and fucking dying on all those spikes, and what was it called? Oh my god, that puzzle.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh my god. But yeah, really fun and really weird in terms of Sonic fan games. It's really not what you would expect in a Sonic fan game. It's more like a game with a Sonic twist to it, I guess. It's not really Sonic 2D or Sonic 3D, it's Sonic Wood. It's very unique and worth checking out if you're a fan of the blue marble, bruh. Marble never loses shine, bruh. Or
Marble loses shine.
Oh, it does lose shine. Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh man, I've lost all control of those lyrics, bruh. Oh shit, controls. Oh my god, that was a very witty segue. Holy shit.
That was an excellent segue.
Segue into best controls.
Yeah. So controls, I mean, it's just what felt the best to control, I think. So my favorite application of controls, or my favorite game to control of last year, was Vernal Edge by Matthew Martinez.
Shit, what up? What up? Oh fuck.
Yeah. The big Vernal Edge. So yeah, this was a Kickstarter demo. The Kickstarter was pretty successful, if I remember correctly. The demo was extremely solid. Had some really solid combat. Had some complexity to it, which I liked. A little bit of platforming. To focus on the controls, I mean, you know, it had a ton of like abilities and different attacks, and the platforming was pretty simple to grasp, even though there's lots of things you could do. And yeah, it just seemed like it was a lot of bang for your buck, even though it was a free demo. But you know, there's a lot there, and it bodes well for the final game's eventual release. I think it's just really fun Metroidvania, and controlled super well. I liked it.
Well, actually, bruh, you're correct. It was, Were you congratulating yourself or me for agreeing with you?
A little both.
Yeah, this game's controls were so complex and nuanced. It was kind of crazy to see that. Just how well everything was tailored. Like, how much airtime you get, your jump height, your jump arc, all this stuff that must have been refined out the ass to make it, you know, damn near perfect experience it was. Really went a long way in making a cool game that's fun to control, and also combat system that's very nuanced, and you'd probably get a kick out of figuring out some of these sick multi-hit combos. Like, the fun comes out of mastering the system, which isn't something you can claim about a whole lot of games because their inputs are just so simple, just A, B, B, stuff like that. But even me just kind of mashing random buttons found some nice patterns to pull off, and it was fun and enjoyable dunking on bone people or whatever the hell they were. And the fact that you can mix the environment in there too a little bit with the waterfalls just adds to the total amount of different things, your possibility matrix or whatever the hell you want to call it for this game. Which is pretty nice. Well, my favorite game, brother, was actually A Short Hike.
Whoa.
Yeah. So I already touched upon this earlier, but it's just so fun and enjoyable flying around and just doing a whole lot of nothing. Not even pursuing a quest or trying to reach the top of Mount Fuck or whatever, just fucking about and just doing a whole lot of nothing. Just chilling, relaxing in this world that's presented to you with the controls you're given. It's so fun and enjoyable and makes you want to explore every last inch of this island. You know the picture of the dude from Emperor's New Groove doing the thing? Yeah, that picture. Insert that picture of that dude.
Yeah.
And that's A Short Hike.
It really is. It's just a really beautifully done game. It's something I would just recommend to pretty much anybody, honestly. I kind of see why it was so highly regarded. I kept hearing people talk about it. If you play games, you should probably play this game because you're probably gonna like it. It's just well done, smooth controls, feels good. It's good. It's a good game.
Yeah, where's the person who didn't like it? Show me what they said. It's wrong.
Yeah, we'll take care of that person.
Yeah, I liked it and I hate video games.
Damn.
Yeah, and all of this bolstered by a really cute cast of characters and funny, charming dialogue and all that other stuff that goes along with it. But the core mechanics of just flying and running around and doing shit are fun. Brother. And
Agreed.
you know what other games are fun because of their controls? These games. Got 'em. Cuckoo Castle by Richard Limbs. Demon Detective Gaiden 2 by Yal, and Kung Fu Cowboy by Soy Boy Games. Cuckoo Castle was pretty cuckoo.
Oh, that's true.
What did you think of it?
Yeah, Cuckoo Castle, it had a really good game feel. It was like a Metroidvania, had some neat platforming and fun combat, lots of juicy impact. It was just super solid. Something I'd recommend if you're into that sort of thing.
Yep, tight controls, super good impact. Richard is very good at designing impacts in his game. Like the Duck Soup one where you're doing your bullet time shit, or this one where you have a big giant arc of a swipe and you feel it. You feel it in the game. You feel like you're really smacking the fuck out of these enemies. And it makes the game all the more fun for it. And it also had some pretty cool controls that were created by the optional characters you had, like the witch who could fly around a little bit. And I think there was a third one, but I don't think either of us reached it because we suck. Suffice it to say, it was a fun castle to cuckoo in. Demon Detective, bruh, have we talked about this game enough? Like, shit, damn.
Apparently not.
It's like it's good or something. Yeah, well, no duh, it's good. And the controls solidify that. Matte double jump, perfection. It's awesome, it's fun. You feel like a fucking superhero flying around. And I guess Chibi's alright. I mean, shit. If your friend picked Matt, then Chibi is I guess, a next in line to pick.
Yeah, solid high mid tier choice.
We need that, the tier list of Demon Detective Gaiden 2 characters.
Oh man, we could probably make one too.
Yeah, Shatter Team is S rank, double S rank, triple S rank. But yeah, very fun. The fact that it works with controllers so well and it's so responsive is just a cherry on top. And I mean, the same applies to a short hike. Worked with a PS4 controller like a charm, no problems at all. And Kung Fu Cowboy, sort of the same. You have a lot of options at your disposal for moving around, shooting people up, and the controls are pretty responsive, and you could tell with some of the crazy jumps we were able to pull off and not die. I mean, sure, we died a lot of times falling into pits, but we did some pretty crazy saves. I was watching the video back, and I was like, damn, bro, damn. Yo, these cowboys got jumps, like, shit.
I know, yeah. The controls made it all possible, and we looked super cool and awesome on the stream, I'm sure.
Yeah, controls, bro. Alright then.
Good controls.
Alright, well, what are controls without a good challenge? Oh, shit. We thought about having the category for most difficult game, but thought better of it because any game can be hard. You just make some ridiculous bullshit gameplay thing that the player has to try and rip their hair out, and I'm reminded of those troll jam games that we played, and there's not a whole lot to making a hard game. But making a difficult game that poses the right amount of challenge such that you want to keep coming back to try and beat it is a much more difficult task and requires a lot more thinking than making a hard game, and I thought that was a better category of best challenge rather than hardest game. And so we're here to celebrate those games that, though difficult, just made you want to keep on going, like this game that Phobos likes, which is called
It's called Kataif the
game.
Kunchi Experiment by Simon Mesnard. Yeah, this was a really interesting game that we decided to play. I think it's part of a series or something, I want to say. So we hadn't played any of the games in the series. So this game, I think it's going for a Myst kind of experience. If people are familiar with that game, old PC adventure game. It's kind of a point and click puzzle game. And boy, the puzzles, man! I think so. That's why I picked it for best challenge. And so I never played Myst. I played some other adventure games, but I mean the puzzles in this one looked like they really would have kept me busy for a long time if I hadn't gotten like hints or looked at a walkthrough or something, or used the tools or whatever to get through the puzzles. It seemed like they really put a lot of effort into making these puzzles challenging. To me, it looked like they really came close to making a Myst style adventure game. So, I mean, in my mind, they succeeded really well. And even though I just, probably would never be able to play this game without looking at some hints, I thought the challenge was really well done in this game.
Well, I was the smart gamer there and picked up the miscellaneous tools. But yeah, I could see some of the puzzles you had to go up with, and yeah, challenging is quite an apt descriptor. But it didn't seem like anything impossible. It's just the fun of it is trying to figure out all these crazy-ass puzzles in this bizarre, exotic world. And part of what wants to keep you around is this crazy world you're put on, this weird dimension inside a cube, and it's just all these vistas and shit. You want to see the next piece of the puzzle, the next area to explore, and you only do that by solving these puzzles. So the environment itself is like a reward for completing the puzzles, which I thought was excelente, bruh. Oh shit. Oh yeah, I should talk about good impression, my pick for best challenge, because it exactly was that, a challenge that I failed the first couple times, and went back to complete, which was a pretty fun, rewarding experience, trying to map out the best possible route between items. The deal is your mom's coming over and you need to clean up your room before she gets there. You have 3 minutes to figure out a way to hide or clean these objects in your room. First time I played it, I probably failed and got an F, but with perseverance, because it's a fun exercise, it keeps you around, and because of that, I got the perfect score, perfect son, A+, bruh.
Yeah, super unique. I never played a game like that. Not this like kind of package. I played games with like time limits and stuff, but it was just a neat way to kind of frame it. Just going for that perfect score. I can definitely see how that would be addicting.
Every time you finish a run, you feel like the perfect score is just within reach, and that always pushes you to keep trying to do better and get that perfect score. So it's like a self-perpetuating thing, is by doing better, you think you can do better, so you do better, and then you think you can do even better than that, and then you can do it. And it's very, very cool. Very cool.
Yep.
Yeah, it's very cool when you reset the game after you finished it with 10 seconds to spare, and then you press E or whatever. Yeah, E. Pressed E. Fucked it up. But yeah, cool shit. I don't know how... what the fuck ever stains are on your wood floor. Ketchup stains and you're cleaning it up with dirty underwear? Damn, bro, what a fucking animal. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the subtext, this kid is disgusting. Honestly, he probably should not be getting a perfect score.
Half-baked chicken next to your washing machine with the fart?
Yeah, but hey, if this kid can get a perfect score, then I guess anything really is possible.
Not a whole lot to do with the challenge, but it is also a very humorous game. And so are these in challenge. Not necessarily humor, but maybe they are funny. Wow, Demon Detective, bro. Again. Oh my god, bro.
Oh my god. You guys just talk about that game all the time. You must be paid by those developers.
Yeah. So we have Dank Tomb by Yakub Veshevlevsky, Fetch Quest by Lumpy, and a bunch of repeating customers here. Okay. So, challenge, Dank Tomb. Yes, it was very challenging, to say the least.
Yeah, it's definitely one that I am motivated to see the end of. I'm sure I'll beat it at some point. But yeah, it's very challenging.
Fetch Quest as well. Had a good balance of challenge that made you want to keep going. I remember even doing some weird out-of-bounds bullshit that sent me back to the beginning of level 2 or the beginning of the game or something. And my immediate reaction was to just get right back in there. Just keep on going. Just because it is that fun. And that's sparked by the challenge it poses to you. And also the challenge of having to take the ball with you wherever you go. You can do the game without worrying about the ball, but it's a nice extra challenge to not have to use the magic to bring it to you, that I can see fueling repeated playthroughs. And Demon Detective Gaiden was also challenging at points. Particular levels come to mind. I remember a couple of the air levels in that airship. Oh my god, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they required some like interesting ways we had to like try to sync up our movements just to get by, and I think a lot of it was like one person would survive and then we have to wait for the other person to come over so you could pop the bubble, and another person would die or whatever. We just keep going like kind of in tandem like that. Yeah, some really challenging parts of that game.
Yeah, but it was never anything soul crushing, take your magazine home kind of difficult. If you failed, it seemed like victory was just slightly out of reach, and I remember that being the case for the final battle with Pallet. We died quite a few times, but we knew it was possible if we just coordinated better and thought up of some new strategies, some new loadouts and stuff, and in the end we beat it, and it was fun. Fun for the challenge it put forward. Now let's see you say that after playing demonic mode, bruh. Ha 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 ha. Very funny.
You're singing a different tune then.
God, I love in demonic mode, there's a little flame applied to the UI to let you know you're playing demonic mode.
Damn, that's pretty intense.
Speaking of challenges, kind of goes hand in hand with hardest boss. Ha ha. So, a returning category from last year. Same criteria applied. Just a boss that was hard as fuck, kicking the nuts, and memorable because of that.
We never have a shortage of these guys. There's always something that trips us up in the games that we play.
Like who, bro? Give me an example. Okay, yeah.
Well, all right. So let me tell you, my hardest boss from 2020 was Chaos from Final Flames 2 against the Dark World Crisis.
Oh,
by Chair G Tables.
Bro, that's not a cheering. That should be like a gasp from the audience.
I should add more different sounds, different audience sounds. Yeah. So this guy was, a complete fucker. I can't really think of a boss in recent memory that I wanted to beat more. I mean, I think we came back to him a couple times. I really wanted to get him, but I don't know. We just couldn't do it. It was too intense, and I couldn't grasp like some of the mechanics. I think there was like some kind of super mechanic that it just baffled us. We couldn't figure out how to actually pull off the super. So I guess that probably hurt our chances of beating Chaos. Definitely one of the bosses where I really, really wanted to just pound his face in.
Oh, poor Liz dies during this battle.
I know, it's sad.
Dude, how do you beat him? He has the Dio fucking steamroller. What the shit? That's cheating.
I know.
Doesn't do a whole lot with it. It's just kind of there.
Yeah, but it's doing work. It's doing something.
Yeah, I remember you trying to use Valios's super, the one-hit punch, and yeah, not quite working out.
Yeah.
But, you know what? Fuck him. Fuck Chaos, alright? Fucking asshole.
Yeah, he's stupid anyway.
Yeah, he's stupid. Yeah, I remember seeing this screen a whole lot, fighting Chaos. And, yeah, hard boss, well picked, my dude.
Thank you very much.
But it pales in comparison to the boss I picked, which is, what I'm calling Moonlight Sorceress from Chiptari Woman. She doesn't have an actual name, so we'll just go with that. But god, fuck this song. Oh my god, it's such a bitch to beat. I can't even believe that I beat it on Indie Hunters. It's fucking insane. Like, I had to replay this to get the clip, and good god, it's just so fucking difficult. So many misses. Holy shit, it's just, no, fuck it. Fuck it. Bullshit.
Yeah, I remember I watched this back recently. I remember there was like one part where you were one note away from winning. And then you like missed the last note or something. It was crazy.
Oh, let me guess, it wasn't that hard for you, right? It's just easy because you played Guitar Man already.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty much how I felt. But yeah, it all came with the Guitar Man territory. Us seasoned Guitar Man vets are gonna have easier time with these homage games like Chiptari Woman.
Yeah, all three of you, bruh. Oh, damn. Oh,
damn.
Well, it is a very niche cult classic game, but it was surprising to see a game inspired by that made for the low-res jam, and I'm sure it was a treat to you as a fan of Guitaru Man.
Oh, I loved it.
Methinks you really liked it so much that we might hear about it again. Oh my god.
Maybe.
Spoilers! Alright, so yeah, bullshit boss. Fuck it. And some less bullshit, but still bullshit bosses include Sword Dude. There was no name given, so he's just Sword Dude from Dream Fables. From Yuan Aronson. Orb Dude. Man, these are great names. Who came up with these rules? Orb Dude from Sealed Bite by Securus. And The Witch from SpookyGhosts.com by Zertuk.
Yeah.
Orb Dude.
You gotta call him something.
Well, I was gonna call him maybe Snowflake Dude, but he's in a lava place, so that wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. Sword Dude was a hard nut to crack, but we both did beat him, which was nice. But it took a lot of pattern recognition and a lot of good timing to get there. And because we beat him, he's not that bullshit. I rest my case.
That's right. Yeah, he was, the execution involved in beating Sword Dude was no joke, for sure. Really had to have this pattern down pat, pretty much. Yeah, tough fight, for sure.
And Orb Dude, I didn't even reach, because that's how much I rule at Sealed Bite. So I'm gonna let you describe the fight for the audience.
That's right, so I got to Orb Dude when we played the game probably a lot of months ago. Yeah, it's just kind of definitely a pattern-based fight. You really have to pull it off. Again, it's all down to execution. The game is also tough. Like, everything leading up to Orb Dude is also tough. So it's just kind of the cherry on top of the challenging ice cream sundae of that game.
And we got The Witch from SpookyGhosts.com, which you fought, at the very least. I was still stuck on the jack-o'-lantern dude who was kicking my ass.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that's almost a 2-for-1 there with Spooky Ghosts, but the witch in particular, I think you had a tougher time with because of all the frogs she'd spawn in.
That's right. Yeah, that's really the toughest part of that fight is you're trying to do damage to end the fight, do damage to the witch, but you have to focus on the frogs too. So it's a balancing act. Like pretty much every fight in that game, you have to balance doing damage with something else, and say like every single boss fight in that game. Yeah, that one was really particularly challenging for me.
Bunch of bullshit bosses, bro. What the fuck is wrong with you people? Making hard ass games like, wow, bro.
Yeah.
Where's my baby mode?
Yeah.
Where?
I mean, come on.
Where's my baby mode? God damn it.
I think we're good at games or something.
The tutorial was too hard, bro. I couldn't beat it. Oh, that's funny. I don't even think I planned that, but on the total opposite side of the spectrum, we have games that we want to call pleasantly simple, which, in a word, is games that are easy, fun little things to play through and enjoy your time and not pull your hair out to, which is pretty cool after getting through all those fucking games, bro.
Yeah. I mean, these are much needed after some of these games that we play.
Much needed, like your choice of pleasantly simple game, which is...
It's Bake Care by Rayspark.
Oh no, you Bake Care.
Yeah, so this game, it's all about baking cookies. And that's it. You read a recipe. The recipe changes between bakings. But you gotta just follow the recipe. You gotta dump all the stuff in the bowl, and then mix the batter. You don't have to mix it. Like, it's implied that you mix it, and then you drop the batter onto the cookie sheet, and it's all just like you play with the mouse, and you just follow the recipe and make your cookies. And that's how the game is played. You can go off script and make your own crazy cookies. Chances are they're not going to turn out super well, but it's still fun either way. And yeah, it's not very stressful. It's just a fun little simple baking experience.
Yeah, well said. Not much to it. There isn't a whole lot you can fail unless you... It even has... there's some leeway in the number of things you have to get right or the number of units, so... You can even make a half-decent cookie and still fuck something up, so... It's very forgiving and very chill, and you just make cookies, and... It's enjoyable because of that, because there isn't a giant boss to fight, or 100 enemies to kill, stuff like that. Oh shit, I made the perfect cookie right there, bro.
It looks really good. I mean, it might as well be a perfect circle on the screen, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, just really cute, really fun, really simple, and that's sometimes a good thing. Wait, where's my gun? You don't need a gun. Not every game needs a gun, or enemies.
Yeah. Yeah, drop it, guys. Jeez.
No gun, no game. Yeah, well, I don't know. That game still seems pretty difficult. You got the pressure of making cookies or not making cookies. I don't know, bro.
Well, what'd you pick?
Well, my pick is the fish market. Yeah, give it up. Give it up, a clever crab, bro. Telling you the future. So yeah, the fish market, described as an environment, which is a pretty apt description, where you're just put in this place and you explore it and you laugh at the jokes and awe at the marvelous fish there and see all the cute sights and the funny gags and all that. Maybe even rock out to the music in the corner. And that's it. That's it.
That's all there is to it.
There's no failing in this game. There's no winning in this game. You can't even leave or quit the game. You have to Alt F4, and that's enjoyable, you know?
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah.
All it ever had to be, and that's all you get.
Yeah, there, dude's rocking out. He's loving that music. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this video is like how I would act if I were at the fish market.
Not a whole lot to say. Just chill in the fish market. And because it's that simple, it gets my pleasantly simple award this year.
It's an excellent pick.
Oh, well, we have some honorable mentions that are also pleasantly simple games, like Art School by Glanderco, Shoes Garden by Blunderboffins, Blunderboffins, and a game about literally doing your taxes by Not a Sailor Studios. So, Art School, bruh, am I right?
Yeah, Art School. It was a simple game that's simulating an art school experience of a type, where you kind of draw and you turn in your pictures and an AI grades them, quote unquote grades them, and you just walk around this bizarre, like colorful, weird universe. And again, it's not asking too much of you. It's just you just draw stuff and walk around and jump around. That's it.
Yeah, the only request it makes is that you put enough stuff on your paper before you turn it in. And that's it. The grades, I don't know. There's not much to read into them, but you can strive for an A on your paper. Or not, it doesn't matter. It's not like there's a grade book or anything, so feel free to get Fs on all of your drawings.
Yeah. Really, it's really whatever. It's whatever you want to make of it.
It's freeform, it's chill beats to art 2, to art school 2. And yeah, I can dig it. Unlike Shoes Garden, which is a hellish landscape of action and adrenaline, where you're killing people left and right. I'm just kidding, haha, funny. I don't know, you just do a whole lot of nothing. It gives you the prompt of planting seeds and sucking up trees and other plants to make seeds, and it says to experiment. But what I find doing is just meandering about and floating around in space as one of the several different colorful characters you can play as. And to me, that's kind of the joy of it, is just doing a whole lot of nothing in a very pretty world. Spinning off into goddamn space as Regal Giraffe.
Yeah, it was definitely my favorite part about it. Yeah, it was very, very like Zen kind of experience, because people make Zen gardens and stuff. That's what it kind of felt like. You're just kind of taking these plants and putting them on different planets and seeing what happens and making your own little garden. And that's all that you can do, really. Yeah.
Well, you can try and spin off into an infinite void as Regal Giraffe, if you so desire.
Yeah, if you're some kind of deranged psycho. Yeah.
It's a pretty tough feat, but it is possible. You pulled it off.
That's true.
And yeah, very Zen, like you said. A Zen garden, there's really no point to it. There's no achievements. There's no end goal. You just do stuff. You know, to most people that sounds really boring or really stupid, or, you know, what's my motivation? Well, you know, a good game can have no motivation. So there, got him. Dab. Shoes Garden just dabbed on you, okay?
Yeah, owned.
Yeah, Shoe just dabbed on you. And he doesn't even have arms. That's how hard he dabbed on you.
Wow. Incredible.
Get wrecked. Like the dude in a game about literally doing your taxes. Maybe not as chill as these other games, but still interesting and a neat little horror experience. Oh, I guess that might have been spoiling stuff. Oh well. It has the horror tag, so whatever.
Right. Yeah, that's fine.
But yeah, there's very little you can do to fail at that game. In fact, I don't think there's anything you can do to fail at that game, so you're gonna see the story progress regardless of what you do. And you don't do a whole lot of anything other than sorting through taxes, and that may be mattering, and signing your name on the occasional tax return. And that's fun, alright? It's fun. Try it, if you don't believe us.
Yeah, if you're so smart, jeez. Yeah, it's just, super simple. I guess it was just designed to be a certain kind of experience, and it's not really about getting the best taxes or whatever. You know, it's just something you play and you are just along for the ride.
Yeah, just a fun, short little ride. Kind of makes sense because it was made for a game jam, so just play it, experience it, and enjoy it. So let's talk about let's talk about us, bro. Us, the players of these games.
That's a good idea.
The fucking champion warriors of video games that have to defeat these games on a weekly basis.
Yeah, I mean, superheroes, maybe. maybe I'd call us that, yeah.
So basically every waking moment of us streaming is like champion in the flesh, but we should narrow it down to our most clutch moments in order to save time.
I guess you're right. Yeah, so yeah, this category we just picked a couple, we just each picked one of our favorites quote unquote clutch moments from broadcasting Indie Hunters this year. And the one I wanted to talk about was when I was playing Enviro Bear 2000 by Captain Games.
Clutch.
Yeah. So even in the clip, you're probably not going to hear it, but King Dulce does call it clutch, and so the joke is made. Is this the clip or no?
No, I'm gonna play it after.
Okay.
Or I'll just play it right now. Fuck it, whatever.
Yeah, let's play it. Yeah.
Damn. The bear you are in the car looks kind of scary and monster-like. It's not very reminiscent of the cute bear on the start screen.
Yeah, true. He's angry. He's probably just like stressed out because he's trying to get enough food for the winter, you know. Well, this run has to be berries only. That was the stipulation when I started this year.
That's interesting.
Oh, this is a berries only run.
What about the run where you have to have a badger in your car at all times?
I'm not a big fan of that one, honestly.
Wow, has it not been 5 minutes? Holy shit.
Yeah, time seems to slow down in this game. For some reason. The berries, stuff them in your face.
Eat the food, bro.
Consume.
Shit, God. Oh no, oh my God, bruh. No, come on. Oh shit, yes, damn. That was fucking close.
Nice.
It was snowing, but I made it into the cave.
No, nice. That's clutch.
Yeah, it's a clutch. Oh, got him.
But yeah, it was funny. I wasn't even trying, but yeah, it was funny.
We never need to try to be funny, bro.
I know, it's just
comedic genius.
so natural for us. Oh, this is not good. It's about the snow. I don't have enough berries in my stomach yet.
I guess we'll check out. Oh wait, or is this the last game?
No, we got one more. We got Galax.
Oh right, okay.
Oh,
We'll check that out after this run.
Yeah. To make it to year 6.
Year 6, damn.
Yeah.
So, damn, that was a pretty clutch hibernation clutch by Sir Clutch84.
I know, yeah, and I just want to draw attention to a couple things in that clip. If you couldn't tell, King Dulce was also having a clutch moment, which is, you know, in the bottom right corner of the clip. So that makes it even more clutch. Not only was there the closeness, like it started snowing, and then like a second later, I had enough berries in my stomach to hibernate, and then the trust in my car's like wheel position. I just held the gas up with my paw. I didn't even put my paw on the wheel. Straight into the cave. And as soon as I went to the cave, snow started coming in through the sunroof, which is when you lose. That means you lose. But then I won. So I just want everyone to understand how extremely cool and clutch it was. So thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Yeah, I guess it would have been a better idea if I used the clip as the background footage here, because this is not what you're describing right now. But, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
You just let God take the wheel and just threaded the needle into the cave there as the bear was shitting himself because snowballs were coming through the roof.
Yeah. It's truly incredible. I didn't quite understand how clutch it was at the time. I think I was just like, oh, wow, I did it. But looking back, it was just one of those moments. You just had to be there.
Had to be there. Yeah, good shit. Good double clutch.
Thank you.
Clutch burnation. Okay, well, you know what, bro? That was pretty clutch.
What's your clutch moment? What do you got? You got anything better than that?
Well, it kind of involves both of us again as like a co-op clutch thing. And that's us figuring out the craziness that is Crooked Silence. And not only doing that, but being the first ones to do it on the internet, so I think. I'd yet to see somebody complete the game in its entirety with all 3 endings. And we did it that fateful stream, and shortly after I put out a walkthrough for everybody to watch and copy off of and cheat off of, because there weren't any. That was pretty clutch. We had to solve that fucking Tupac riddle on the statue, 4 different riddles.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy. We spent like 2 hours or some shit, 3 hours. It was fucking nuts, and we were playing jams to get us through the tough times, and
yeah.
And we did it, and it's all thanks to invincibility. Hell yeah. Rules. That shit rules.
The in-game cheats were nice. I will say that.
And so here's a clip of that, capturing the last final moments of that. Clutch, my name Jeff. Funny thing is, oh, there it is. That was clever. The laser and his stomps don't make any noise. Okay, so I guess he... Wow. What the barnacle fuck? Oh, turn the slaps off. I want to hear what's going on, if anything. Helicopter. I'm walking through a... Yeah, a cutscene. Huh.
Nice.
Take
wow,
that.
I'm so surprised. I'm pleasantly surprised.
I figured, because the game already had some cutscenes, like where you get blown back, and some other scripted events. Oh, what the fuck? Oh shit, bro. Oh shit, what the fuck is going on, bro? It's the dudes.
What the...
The nightmare is over. You've overcame everything within your path. You take in the fresh air and relax a bit. You have no idea what these men plan to do with you. You could care less after everything that's happened, but you overhear the radio conversation one of the soldiers was having. Static beat. I see. A survivor? Offer him a job he can't refuse. The soldier replies, Roger that, brother. The end.
Well, there you go. Nice.
Let me turn up that rock music, bro. Yeah. About to rock out. Holy shit, we did it. We were the only people to do it.
Congratulations.
Alright, fuck it. Okay, so that was a hella clutch. Yeah, give it up. For me. And for Phobos as well. He helped decipher those riddles, so I think it was a team effort. That was big poggers for saving the internet from not beating this game.
Yeah, it's pretty wild that at the time, I mean, for all we could tell, nobody had gotten the true ending. It's something I never experienced before. It's always been like, oh, how do I do this? And then I look it up, and then I find out. But I'd never been one of the first people to actually do that for a game.
Yeah. Yep. Pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm.
The real Phantom will be caught in no time.
Wonder what you're quoting.
Speaking of weird silences, so that was Clutch. But Clutch only comes from ambition. And ambition is what these next games got, alright? They got a lot of it. That's why they are being honored for their ambitious ambitions in ambitiousness. Genios ambitios. Ambitious developers.
The ambitiousness is extremely ambitious.
Yeah. This all falls flat if somebody doesn't know what ambitious means.
Yeah. They're just going to think that, I mean, the word's lost all meaning at this point. Just say it so much.
It means games that have strived for something new or something big, great, grand, you know?
Mm-hmm.
They don't just sit around and do the same old as everybody else. They try and do something cool, alright? Something cool, something big. Something that will blow the earth up into a bunch of little pieces. Such as this game that was your favorite, bro? Like,
Well, my pick for most ambitious was Kataif, the Kunchi Experiment by Simon Mesnard. Yeah, so this game again, it was challenging for sure. That's why I picked it for that category, but it was also really ambitious. I know it's reminiscent of Myst games and other point-and-click adventure games and stuff like that. But, I mean, to me, coming up with a fully featured, large in scope adventure game like that, it's really impressive to me. And I was just blown away by like how much there was to this game. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I just was just wowed by the size of this bad boy.
Not only that, but it's a series of multiple games creating this world. I don't know what the world is called itself. I know Kataif is a moon, or one of the moons that you're sent to. So holy shit, that's a lot of fucking world here. Whole universe to explore. And that's pretty ambitious, bro, I must say, you know?
100%, yeah, and I guess that could be part of it too, like the ambitiousness, not just of Kataif, but of the whole series it's a part of, I think, is really amazing to me.
I think it's called the Black Cube series, if I'm not mistaken.
That sounds right, yeah.
Yeah. Boini, the Key Codex, bruh. Ring a bell. Yeah.
It kind of does, yeah. I remember reading about that. Yeah, and there was a black cube in the intro, I think, that some stuff was coming out of, and he was doing like matrix dodging on stuff that was coming out of the cube or something.
Oh, well, damn, these dudes need to stop fucking with that cube. Just leave it alone. The hell are you doing?
I mean, yeah, it's probably the right call.
In any case, very ambitious endeavor, and executed quite well, I'd say. Kataif was a good game.
Absolutely.
Though we barely scratched the surface, so
yeah.
Wow, bro, wow. Kataif posers.
I know.
Well, you know what? Would a Kataif poser know that it's pronounced Kataif by the text-to-speech lady and Catif by the dude in the suit? No, I don't think so, okay? Alright?
Yeah, get our research, guys.
We're true Kataif gamers, alright? I Kataif the shit out of those miscellaneous tools, alright? Alright, I touched the blue shit in that minigame, alright?
Yeah, it all happened. You were there. I was there.
In any case, I found most ambitious a little game called Boygo. Bruh. More like bruh go. Which I learned is Hungarian for planet. I don't really see the connection with planet, but fair enough. Yeah, if I have to say one game is ambitious, I think it would be this one. Maybe to a fault, what it was trying to accomplish. This, well, for those unfamiliar with the game, it's a typing game where you use typing to act out an RPG, basically. So you need to type stuff to do your spells in combat, you need to type stuff to heal yourself in battle, to maybe there's teammates involved. I don't know. This is a very early prototype build of the game that we checked out, so I don't know what all the future holds for it. But seeing that kind of twist on typing games, I can respect that kind of trying to differentiate yourself from the standard regular typing games that are just, hey, here's a word, type it, okay, next word. You know, this game tries to do something different with it, and I can respect that. Now, as far as execution went, I think it kind of was not that fun. It was very... You got bogged down with a lot of the lexicon of different syllables and different masculine, feminine articles and all this other stuff, and Alt plus E, Control plus G, and nah, bro, nah, I'm not feeling that.
Yeah.
But I can feel what this game was trying to go for, even if it did aim for the stars and missed. I can still appreciate the game on that level.
Yeah, agreed on pretty much everything. It really was something new. I've never seen a game where you had to type the spells to cast them. It was going for something. That alone was pretty impressive. But I would agree that it was not fully realized. So, definitely to a fault. Ambitious to a fault. Impressive nonetheless.
Mm-hmm. Well said, alright? Gapel Missilery Kaboomy, alright?
Never forget.
That's all I have to say. Oh, shit, we're not gonna finish the discussion about ambition without ambitionizing these honorable mentions. Virtua Racing Demake by Freds72. Xenogunner by Happy Frog Games. Sonic Roboblast 2 by Team Sonic Jr. Take it away, brother.
Well, let me tell you all about these games. Virtua Racing Demake. We talked about that one a little bit already, but again, it's just really ambitious to remake a pretty technically advanced, at the time, game like Virtua Racing, a 3D racing game, and on the Pico 8 nonetheless. And it was, it felt like Virtua Racing. Really cool what they were trying to do. I just liked to see the technical boundaries being pushed.
Yeah, on a fucking Pico 8, bruh, where the stuff like resource management, managing your tokens, and all these other stipulations about the Pico 8, you choose that to try and emulate Virtua Racer, like, damn, bro, you got some balls, bro.
That's true. Yeah, it takes a certain type for sure, but I'm glad they're doing it.
Damn, these people, bro. You tell me to make Virtua Racer, I'd make it in Unity and make a piece of shit that's not even half as competent as the Pico 8 version. God damn, bro, it's crazy.
I mean, yeah, it's probably what I would do too.
But hats off for being so ambitious with your Pico mastery, or whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
Xenogunner. Ambitious. Yes or no?
Yes. To me, it's ambitious because, it is heavily influenced by Genesis games and whatnot. But I think the scope of it was impressive because it really felt like a full game. It was influenced, but it really also was its own thing in every way. Like I remember the story was like crazy. Like there was so much going on in the story that was completely over my head. But that's exactly what those games would have had at the time, and it also was fully committed to having its own world and its own characters doing their own things in this fully featured game. That's why that game is ambitious to me.
And also trying to make a game like Alien Soldier. I don't know, some donkey game for the Genesis. I wouldn't think that's like a winning formula, but maybe that's my ignorance of the treasure archive coming through. But hey, I can give respect to a game that isn't a carbon copy of Earthbound or Mario or some other game we've seen done 20 fucking times already. Pretty ambitious to use a very obscure game as your inspiration.
Yeah.
Good shit. Donkey game.
How dare you call it that?
Well, that dude you control looks like a donkey, bro.
Oh, I guess you're right.
And Sonic Robo Blast 2 kind of goes without saying, but trying to create a 3D Sonic game on its own is pretty damn ambitious. But then to keep at it, and you keep at it, to keep at it for decades, like, goddamn, respect of the highest caliber. And then to not only ambitiousize that and then execute on it and make a good game is pretty impressive as well.
Yep, 100%. Yeah, it was just really, really awesome what they were able to accomplish with that game.
Doom Sonic Doom, bro. The fuck?
Crazy.
Yeah. Oh god, are they gonna have a Mario Duke Nukem game? Hell yeah.
I mean, I'd be surprised if that doesn't exist already.
A Mario first person shooter. Yeah, maybe this year we play Mario fan games this time.
Yeah, we should do it.
Well, maybe we will after we talk about the best enemies stroke monsters. You know, your boy likes those enemies and monsters, am I right?
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan too.
Yeah, this is just games that had the most creative, or just the most outstanding. Not like outstanding, like outstanding, like they stood out enemies and monsters. And we're gonna check them out right now when you say what your pick was, bruh.
Well, I'm gonna tell you guys.
Oh, too late.
Demon Detective Gaiden 2 by Yao. Yeah, there's a ton of enemies to talk about. There were the super soaker wielding guys and gals at the beach or whatever. What was it called? The strikers or
the shattering?
So they're people with like fireworks or made of fireworks that explode or something like that. They shoot up into the sky and explode.
I think that was human fireworks, but yeah, both equally crazy.
Yeah. That's what I meant. The enemy version. Yeah, those guys were hilarious.
Human fireworks. Oh my god.
Yeah. And if you haven't seen them, then you should either play the game or watch it because there's some funny, creative stuff in that game. And the enemies are all a sight to behold.
Yeah, really cool bosses too. I liked them. I like the first boss, the like insane dude in the insane asylum's pretty creepy, and you kind of gain a deeper appreciation for the bosses, or you find them cooler when you play it on demonic mode. I've gotten that far to the first boss, and because his attack patterns change and he's a lot tougher and scarier, and you're like, oh shit, he's not a pushover anymore, he's actually like a creepy fucking enemy that's strong. But yeah, I love that some of the enemies are the same in Gun Princess 2. The purple orange dudes make a return. I like that solidifying of a developer's works and making a united universe for their characters to be in. I really love that about Yao's work. And human fireworks. Fucking human fireworks. Although
right.
I do love the water ballooning people. That's pretty funny too. I also like the little red nymph ninjas that throw little grass shurikens at you. I like that there was two variations, one that threw one that threw like 3 or something. Oh, and those weird black orb dudes with big creepy smiles and weird evil eyes that electrocuted you.
I was just thinking about those guys, yeah. Yeah, there's too many to list.
Yeah, and you gotta see it to believe it, so check the game out. And you should check out this game, my pick. The Night That Speaks by your boy Adam G. Ryu again. With a game with only 2 enemies, you wouldn't think it'd be a pick, but the enemies in this game are so creepy and well designed, I couldn't not pick it. The one there in the clip is so creepy looking with its weird extended limbs and the creepy kind of fucked up lullaby sound it plays. It's like a cosmic creepy music thing. You'd have to listen to it. It's just so weird and creepy. It really stood out and really made me like it. The other one that growls at you is also very, very menacing as well. 2 enemies, that's it, that you flip off. Flip the bird. Flick the bird too. But that's all you need to make a cool, memorable roster of enemies. It's just 2 good ones. Quality over quantity. So you can flip your bird to that, alright?
It's a good lesson to take away from this. Yeah, quality is definitely there. Yeah, those guys are so lanky and like weird looking. Super spooky. I like it a lot.
I'm sure you'll also like these honorable mentions that include Yo Mama. Oh damn.
Whoa.
Yeah, your mom makes games, I'll have you know. Now we have Curse 2 by Disaster Squad. Faith Chapter 2, there's a lot of 2s going on, by Airdorf. And Nightmare Breaker GB2 by Hippopotamus. I hope that's how it's pronounced. It's like and then his name's Thomas, so it's like Thomas Hippopotamus.
I have to assume, yeah. It's so perfect, you know. Just if it worked out to be hippopotamus, that would just be perfect. So I have to assume it's that.
Yeah, maybe HIPPOTHOMAS was already taken, so
maybe
went with GYP.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, usernames aside, Curse 2 definitely had its share of memorable enemies and creepy fucking monsters. Wow, dude, what the fuck? What were some of your faves from that game?
Let's see. I think the Knight is like a classic example because you know, there's a lot going on in that fight. It can be pretty tricky if you don't know what's going on. And Malice, you know, that's really cool fight. This 7 million zombies are pretty cool. Yeah. I mean, yeah, they're all good, really.
I think I like the puppet that swings around.
Oh yeah.
I like its attack. It's kind of clever, where it spins around, knifes you.
Yeah.
And it's a creepy looking doll too. But yeah, Knight classic. He's got the thing on his head, bro. I mean, classic.
Yeah. That's what knights have on their head, and he has it.
Yeah, really cool shit. Twin-headed snake. Hell yeah, bro. And butthole and some corn dogs, bro. Yeah.
Bro.
Faith 2. Holy shit. Well, where do you start? The creepy white dude that's like all spidering around and eating people's eyeballs out. There's just a whole host of creepy enemies that, I don't know. I think you should just explore it for yourself, really. Wouldn't want to spoil too much.
That's true, yeah. Every enemy encounter in that game is like pretty unsettling, really. And that's like the whole point of the game. So yeah, just check it out and see for yourself if you're into some creepy looking sequences.
Yeah, and pretty damn effective for a game that's 2-bit, 3-bit. I mean, how primitive are the graphics? But man, does it managed to be scary. Pants shittingly scary. And Nightmare Breaker GB had some pretty cool, pretty grotesque, very horror-influenced enemies that I liked. It wasn't really an enemy, but I really liked the pig carcasses hanging from the ceiling. That was pretty hardcore.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Would you see that in a Castlevania game even?
It made like in Bloodlines. It got a little bit more graphic in that game because it was on the Genesis, and things were kind of loosening up at that point. But for the most part, no. I think maybe like Splatterhouse or something, like something like that.
Yeah, and some others like the werewolf-looking dude and the eyeball worm thing just slithering around all creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Good shit.
Yeah.
But the worst enemy of all, that jump.
Yeah. Yeah. Killed us a million times.
So enemies are enemies, you know? But they're innovative. You know?
Yeah.
Most innovative game that does something different, something clever, something unique, something you would say like, hey, that was innovative.
I mean, I couldn't put it any better myself.
Well, let's hear it. What did you think was innovative this year?
Well, my most innovative is My Roommate's a Laser Gun by Him Pooey.
Oh, fuck?
Yeah, dude. So, I guess I'll focus on why I think it's innovative. It's a simple premise, or it starts with something simple, where probably a million puzzle games where you collect enough gems and then you go to the flag and you win. You know, you just got to find out how to get the gems, literally like a million games like that. But I mean, this one adds the very clear and obvious to anybody watching the twist, which is that you have a laser gun and you can modify the terrain, and I mean, there's probably a bunch of other things you can do with a laser gun too that will help you solve these puzzles. It's a really funny, creative twist on a very simple and classic puzzle game concept.
Mm-hmm. Well said, bro.
Thank you,
bro. Yeah, it's this the modifying of the terrain. Really clever. I really like it. And this idea of you being your biggest obstacle is pretty clever. I like it. It's not other beings fucking up you getting to the goal. It's most of the time you fucking up your path to the goal. Either figuratively or literally in this case, fucking destroying it or putting a giant hole where it is. And I think that's pretty innovative. Innovative.
Yes.
As the the French say.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how they say it. Yeah. Maybe we get confirmation on that from a French person.
Well, speaking of the French, we have my pick, which is not really related to the French, but Sonic Robo Blast 2, you know?
Yeah.
Hey, coming up with 100 fucking segues is more challenging than it sounds like, alright?
Yeah. Anybody who's talking trash, just shut up.
Ah, he's talking about the French and then Sonic Robo Blast 2? Yeah, alright. Yes, I did, okay? Get over it.
Yeah, deal with it.
So yeah, I think I've already touched upon why this is so innovative. But I can only imagine how mind-blowing it would have been back in 98, 99, whatever, early 2000s. Now granted, it might have been in a more primitive state. This is Sonic Robo Blast 2, so through a lot of development time, they've refined the product, so to speak. It's not a product, it's freeware, but you get my point. But just imagine, back in 98, you hear about a 3D Sonic game coming out and it's free? Poggers. Can I get a poggers? From you, not from chat, from you. Poggers, say poggers, bro.
Giving you
I
claps.
get it.
Poggers. There you go. That's my poggers.
That was a very innovative way of conveying poggers. I like it.
Thank you. I'm just trying to be like the category.
See, sometimes it works. Sometimes you're talking about French, right?
Yeah. It's just how it goes.
Well, it also goes that there are honorable mentions like every other category. It's like it's a trend or something. And we got 3 lined up. Polymute by Linker, Dank Tomb by Jakub Vasilevsky, and Thief's Roulette by Hiromu656. You wanna lead us on this one?
I will. So, Polymute. We talked about that one a little bit. I liked it a lot. I think it was innovative because it's not your typical puzzle game like we kind of talked about before. It was cool to use your environment and the characters you come across and whatnot to go through the game and come up with new ways to transform your character and use that to your advantage. Mechanically, I think it was innovative because I'd never seen anything like that before.
Yeah, I guess it's always going to be a subjective thing what you feel is innovative. And for me, if I can say, damn, I've never seen that before, that was clever, I think it gets a mention for most innovative, bruh. Just like Dank Tomb, I've never seen that done on Pico 8, a La Mulana-esque adventure puzzle game with platforming and saving. Oh my god, you can save in the game. Additionally, there was something about palette swapping, if you want to explain that a little bit.
Without knowing the nitty-gritty of how they pulled off their the graphics in that game, you know, they probably made use of the extended Pico 8 palette to create some interesting looking lighting effects because it's a dark tomb. Not only is it dank, but it's also dark. So it looks like there's a bubble of light around your character, and it looks like things are kind of falling into shadow, but it's changing the color of the pixels on the fly. And so it might be doing some fancy palette swapping with the extended palette or something like that. I'm not too sure, but whatever it is, it looks really good, and it's just awesome that they were able to do that on a Pico 8.
So why didn't Cyber Badminton 2020 not have palette swapping, bro? Why not?
I'm not taking questions at this time. Thank you.
Yep, good shit, Dank Tomb. Yeah, good shit, dank shit.
Dank shit.
It's that dank shit.
Yeah.
And Thief's Roulette, a game we finally have not yet talked about. A fusion of Danganronpa and Zero Escape, if you will. Primarily escape the room kind of puzzles, but done in a 3D environment where you can freely walk around, which to me, I've yet to see in an escape the room game, because most of them have been 2D, at least in terms of the surface you interact with. It's just a screen with hotspots that you click on, and that's how you interact with the world. But here you can walk around, and it leads to some pretty clever puzzles with looking through different textures through different directions, and I thought that was pretty neat and not something I'd seen, and thought it was innovative. Oh my god.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, I would agree. It was really cool, and I mean, being a big fan of those kinds of games, Zero Escape especially, I was super excited when I played it. I was like, wow, this would make a really cool full game. That's something I would definitely want to check out whenever that finally releases.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what kind of puzzles Hiromu comes up with for the game with this newfound freedom of 3D space and just walking freely in there. It's something to look forward to. Just like our next category, which is oh, these nuts. Best narrative, visual novel. What the heck does that mean? Well, it means that the best narrative, but restricted to visual novels. So pretty much the writing, character development, all that good narrative stuff, and we're picking the top 2 from
Yeah.
2020. So what was your pick?
Okay, so my pick for best narrative in a visual novel was Contract Demon by Nami. So we had played a couple of Nami's games in the past. They were very good. We liked those a lot. And this one, it has the same characteristic charm of all of Nami's visual novels, especially. What I liked about the narrative in this game was that, it was about a relationship like starting and developing between these two main characters, and it even had some delicate subject matter. It went into like sexual relationship and people being in sex work, and there's like a lot of mature themes within the narrative, and it was cool to see those tackled in such a cute and fun like package. You don't always see those sorts of things, and it wasn't just some kind of like saccharine romance novel or something. It had, I think it dealt with some issues in a really admirable way. That's why I like the narrative in this game.
Yeah, well said. And I also just like the dichotomy of the two main characters. It makes for some really funny hijinks. So good stuff. Very good.
Thank you.
Although the rabbit, they never followed up with the rabbit.
Oh.
Did it kill everybody? Did they kill it before it killed everybody?
I don't know.
Questionable narrative. Oh, good stuff. Very funny writing, very cute. Yeah, great in every way. But my pick, bro, was oh, these nuts! The Curse of the Cursed Mummy by Sammy. Curse of the Cursed Mummy, a 2-player visual novel, pretty cool. But I just love the story it has going on, this eternal feud between Indiana Jones, or not Indiana Jones, and this mummy from How's It Going? I just love their back and forth, where Mummy wins most of the time, Indiana Jones sometimes gets to win, maybe.
Possibly.
And it's all just a bunch of fun scenarios. Just gotta circle the dick to bring attention to it. See, like that there is just a perfect example.
Yeah.
Mummy punching crotch. You can't write anything better than that.
Yeah, that's the peak.
Yeah, but there's also some clever, funny things like you getting arrested and being hung in the gallows forever, and you're dead, but you're in the gallows. Aha, got him.
Yeah, and you're just in limbo forever there.
Yeah, and then you become a prop for people visiting the old gallows thousands of years later. So, very good writing, and really, really funny. Funny shit.
Absolutely. It was a standout, hilarious little co-op run that we did. I enjoyed that a lot.
Getting crushed by the basalt block instantly. It's like, what'd you expect? But I mean, like, bruh, that's cheap. That was a cheap blow, bro.
Oh yeah, man. I just wanted to try it.
And other visual novels that had good narratives were the following: Halloween Night, The Pickled Curse by Solo Dev Kingdom, Grey Plague by Angela He, and A Field of Flowers and Stars by Watercress. Watercress et al. Again. And taking it from the top, Halloween Night was also very cute, very charming story of Poppy and her friend getting bullied by town bullies, and her immediately going to getting revenge via pickles. Yeah, it's that pickle magic.
Yeah.
and all the ways it ends, they're all so funny and charming, and the art adds to a lot of that. The art is very well done,
Yeah.
and it's just a cute, fun little game that is well written.
Yep. Yep. It was a really, really funny little playthrough. It was also fun because we had played the previous game, so getting to see like more of those characters that we already liked, I think that was also nice.
Mm. Yeah, and seeing the character development of Poppy from this cold brooding witch to somebody who's now sticking up for the humans she used to hate just one Halloween night ago. It's pretty cool to see, but you can still enjoy the sequel without playing the previous game, but you should. You should play them both. Great Plague is like predicted the future, bro, basically.
It's true.
Yeah, but those jokes aside, it was a very well written visual novel. See, that's the thing with visual novels. Does it count if there's a little bit of extra kind of gameplay going on with the tuberculosis and fighting the granulomas and stuff? Does that disqualify it?
I would always ask myself, where's the focus? I think the focus is strongly on the visual novel parts, in my opinion. So I would say this is a visual novel first and foremost, with some other stuff on the side.
You're just saying that because you were failing at that granuloma stage, bro. You know,
Well,
getting
it's hard.
stuck,
It was hard.
stuck in the alveoli, bro. Damn.
I know I couldn't do it.
Yeah, that's the other thing is there's quite a bit of at least in the beginning a lot of medical stuff described, like anatomy stuff. But to the game's credit, you can skip most of that. You don't have to stick around and slog through that. You can get on to the meat of the story, so to speak. So I appreciate that because I don't really want a lesson in anatomy. But it has a nice narrative. You have the mystery of Grandma. What's going on? Is she going to be all right? You also have this side narrative that's kind of anti-big pharma, which is kind of neat to see in a video game. I don't think a lot of games tackle that sort of angle often.
Mhm.
So it's cool to see that.
It's true, yeah. Oh, and also there's also the angle of your main character having this kind of like superpower that she discovers, and the challenge of when to use it and when to hold it back,
Mm.
and you're able to make those decisions, and that creates some cool like conflicts that are very tense. There's some tension built by these inner conflicts that I really enjoyed in the narrative.
She has to hide her superpowers.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, good stuff. Kind of figured as much because Missed Messages was also very well written. So no surprises there.
Mhm.
And Field of Flowers and Stars by Watercress was also very enjoyable. It was submitted for Yuri Jam, I think, 2019, I believe, or 2020
Mhm.
maybe. But that said, it was neat to see a story that wasn't bogged down in romance. The romance was tame and well paced, which is nice to see. It wasn't lewd. It was very
It's classy, tasteful.
yeah. And even if you don't care about any of that, you still have a nice little sci-fi adventure with 3 characters, and it was just a fun little ride.
And the voice acting was nice too. I did like that aspect of it. Um, yeah, yeah, I agree. The build up and the relationship was nice. It didn't feel like I was just constantly showered by these two characters fawning over each other. It was just two characters meet and they build a relationship. That's pretty much it. And it was fun. It was adventurous. It's everything you could want in a romantic visual novel.
And they ate white jelly, bruh. White jelly. Never forget.
Yeah, yeah,
Best narrative, white jelly.
yeah. There you go.
Yeah, good stuff. These are some good narrative visual novel picks. If you need a good visual novel to read or listen to, in the case of A Field of Flowers and Stars.
Mm-hmm.
And good shit. Oh, Bazinga, hey. You've reached the end of part 1. Please turn over your your disc to continue watching this presentation. Oh, what's that? It takes a whole day to turn this disc over? Oh, damn, that is a shame. But that's the way the cookie crumbles. Memes aside, we will be concluding this this stuff on Friday, tomorrow. So you won't have to wait long to see the epic conclusion of Indie Hunters 2020. Look forward to such categories as
best narrative non-visual novel.
Yeah, the one right after this. And other stuff like best fart in a video game. So yeah, that's a real category. Totally.
Definitely. We're definitely going to do that one tomorrow.
Yeah. So we'll catch y'all tomorrow, and
thanks for watching, y'all.
Thank you for watching and or listening